You're listening to Podcast PXN,
a video game podcast
delivering player experience news.
Let's go!
What is the best game of the 2000s, the aughts? And welcome to Podcast PXN, episode 152. I am one of your hosts, the perennial dating app swiper from Portland, Oregon, Christian Macias, and I'm joined over Discord by this. I think I wrote Discord twice. Joined over Discord by Kentucky's number one Spartan and PXN founder himself, Daniel Prindle, aka Dan is DTM.
Hello. Why are we saluting?
I'm just saying hello.
Oh, okay.
And today, rounding out the podcast, the president of the Tifa Lockhart fan club. He is the Nintendo aficionado and artist extraordinaire at Roro.
Hello, hello. It's funny you say that because I actually recently changed my desktop wallpaper to a Tifa wallpaper. So I'm glad I'm living up to the name.
I almost said show us, and then I realized it's your desktop. Yeah.
After the show.
Okay, for sure. Thank you to everyone watching us live and participating in the chat. Just as a reminder, we are live each and every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern on YouTube. Just search Podcast PXN, twitch.tv/Podcast PXN, and Twitter as well. The topic of the show this week is our best 2000s video game exclusive tournament. But first, the show always starts with the PXN news of the week, so let's go ahead and jump right in. A smaller show today, condensed a bunch of stuff into quick bites we can just kind of skim through. Regardless, let's get right in. Quick bites, little snacks. Hogwarts Legacy has been delayed to February 10th. Previous date, I think, was in October of this year? November? Anyway. Shame, I guess, for those that were looking forward to it, but still, a lot of discourse around this game. Regardless, it is now coming in February 10th of next year. Okay.
Yeah.
Moving on.
See you then? Yeah, see you then.
Moving on. The GOAT himself, Chad Stahelski. If you don't know who Chad Stahelski is, shame. I'm looking at you, Dan. Tells Collider that he intends to make the Ghost of Tsushima a Japanese movie he's directing. A Japanese movie, first and foremost, with a Japanese cast, and Sony is on board with making that a reality. So very cool to see a game that is very much heavily inspired by Japanese folklore be a Japanese film. Very cool.
Absolutely. Yeah, that raises my excitement for it even more.
See, and that lowers my excitement because I hate I hate subtitles, but it is the right call for this movie for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Why don't you grow up, Dan? Just read a little bit, you know?
I don't like
the barrier is literally this big on your TV screen.
I know. Usually I'm doing other things, though, when I'm watching stuff, so I'm like...
What the fuck?
Yeah. I mean, it depends on the show.
Don't say that to the movie guy.
Sorry. It depends on what it is, though. It depends on what it is. If it's something that requires attention, then yeah. But, like, if I'm going to watch an action flick or Fast and the Furious, yeah, I'm not...
Anyway.
Yeah.
Fair. Before I lose it, let's move on. Disney and Marvel Games Showcase has been announced for September 9th, and it's hosted by Kinda Funny's Blessing Adeoye Jr. What kind of things will we see here? Who knows?
There's some rumors going around, or maybe this was confirmed, I'm not sure, about like the Amy Hennig Marvel game might be there, which is like that's exciting.
That's very exciting.
Yeah,
that would be
I
awesome.
I hope we see that.
I doubt we see anything from the Sony Insomniac team, is my take. Maybe you'll see some Midnight Sun stuff. Maybe, given the recent delay, but yeah. We'll see.
How cool would it be if we did see some Insomniac stuff, though? That'd be awesome.
That'd be great.
Some Wolverine.
Yeah. Why not?
Some Spider-Man too. Oh, man, that'd be great.
Heck yeah.
You'll probably see some stuff for the what is the Disney game, the mobile game that just came out.
Oh, it's like the card game? Oh, not a card game.
No.
I don't remember what it was.
The one with those heroes, that you buy.
It's not Marvel Strikers, right?
No, it's a Disney game.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
Anyway, I'm sure that'll be there. Either way, next quick bite comes from Tom Warren. Sony is working on a PlayStation PC launcher that includes cross-buy support. Let me keep reading his tweet. There's some more stuff here. Includes cross-buy support. References to the PC launcher have been discovered in Spider-Man on PC, which is the cool way to figure this out. And it might even include some PSN integration. So we'll see. This would be very cool if they have their own... I mean, we just talked about how like having a bunch of launchers sucks. But if cross-buy is integrated, then I think that's a big dub, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think the important thing here is going to be choice. Make sure that we can still allow people to buy it from Steam, but also do their own store that's cross-buy. That's the best way to do it for sure.
Speaking of PlayStation, is Death Stranding coming to Game Pass? Well, according to @Xbox Game Pass PC, verified account on Twitter, they changed. Recently in a tweet they posted, sometimes we just like a good landscape picture. #new profile pic. And in the background of this profile picture, it looks like it might be Death Stranding. To which then players supposedly found the location of the game, of the picture in the game, somewhat confirming that it may be reality.
Yeah. I don't know if this is what it looked like the first time they posted, but it even has like the rain, like the in
First
the
of all, it's
picture.
Timefall.
The Timefall, yes, thank you. Sorry. But yeah, this is definitely Death Stranding stuff, isn't it?
That'd be insane, though.
Yeah.
That's a big win for Game Pass, yeah. Getting a first-party Sony title on Game Pass. Another one, right?
First, someone who hasn't played Death Stranding, what the hell is Timefall?
Death Stranding.
Yeah, it's not rain. Timefall is, I mean, it is rain, but if it touches you, it ages organic material.
Oh.
So a big thing in the game is to avoid the Timefall altogether, or else your packages will start to deteriorate.
Interesting.
It's cool.
Bro, have you played?
I have played. Unfortunately, I have not finished it yet, though.
That's
but
okay.
it's coming. Yeah, it's super long, but I would love to get back to it someday. I love my time with it.
Very cool. Moving on, final quick bite of the day. We've got some Modern Warfare 2 details on a road to launch post on the website. Yes, I missed something. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong Google Doc. That's why. Here we go. Thank you, Dan.
You're welcome.
Let's click this bad boy. Details on Amazon's Fallout. What am I looking at, Dan?
This is this is the thread that Gage sent because it has more pictures. Sorry, you just keep scrolling and you'll see all of them.
Okay, let me translate the tweet. In a new collaboration for the first time, Bethesda has developed with Amazon a new TV series for the game Fallout, produced by Jonathan Nolan and Lisa Joyce. And then the tweet just stops there. Okay, this is from July. I'm sorry, but we did get a first look at their sets that they're building for the show. And fans of Fallout, I'm sure, are super excited because legit, like, the sets are looking pretty cash, in my opinion. Dan, what do you think?
Yes, it looks really good. Like the pictures, like super duper martyr in there that this guy showed off. It looks so cool. It looks literally verbatim, like if you pulled it straight from the games and inserted it in here. Like the graphics of the Vault Boy on the walls, and that classic blue and yellow theme that is Fallout. Like, it looks so good. There's a little baby room that reminds me of Fallout 3 when you start as a baby. So that, it looks so good. And I know Gage is really excited for this too because he tweeted about this as well. So
it's something cool about them building a bunker like this, that it's going to make the show also, like, if they, however long they decide to be in the bunker, feel like claustrophobic and probably feel the way that they felt in the game. In that reality, and with some color grading, it could be very cool in there. It'd be very cool. Okay. Now we got our last quick bite. On the Call of Duty site, we got some details on the Modern Warfare 2 road to launch broken down for you. Here we go. Call of Duty Next is set for September 15th, featuring a Modern Warfare 2 showcase where we'll get a full multiplayer reveal, as well as details on Warzone 2. Then beta weekends begin on September 16th through the 20th, and those are for PlayStation only, folks. Rounding out with an open beta on September 22nd through the 26th on all platforms. Then digital pre-orders will get a campaign early access starting on October 20th. That is a full week before launch, with the full launch coming October 28th. LFG, baby. I am very excited for a Call of Duty game again.
Yeah, it's really cool that they're launching campaign a week early because people will then get the opportunity to beat the campaign and then go into multiplayer. Whereas I feel like a lot of Call of Duty fans would just jump into multiplayer and just ignore the single player. So that's cool that they're doing that.
That's something that wasn't possible in like before the all digital future. I mean, it's not an all digital future, but like previous Call of Duty games, you wait for the discs and we all like are bifurcated. Maybe some people are playing zombies, maybe some people are playing campaign. Not everyone's running multiplayer. And it's also a good stress test too to see how well the servers will handle on day one. Now everyone will switch over, so very cool. Yeah, can't wait. Okay, let's shift on over to PXN News of the Week. No Street Meet this week. Sorry about that. However, we do have to start again with some solemn news, as we always do. It feels like for the past 2 years. And I'm pulling here from Kotaku, an article, an expose, really. Nintendo of America's testers say they faced years of sexual harassment, and if you read the author, Tissy Jiang, has a full kind of breakdown. I'm gonna read some of the tweets here because I think they're important to highlight some of these experiences that people were going through. Because I think awareness is probably the most important thing we can do to start to enact change. Okay, let's see here. Former and current sources at Nintendo allege that the publisher has a long-standing problem with sexual harassment and a lack of opportunities for women. A male Nintendo employee allegedly posted sexual comments in the work chat server about the Pokemon Vaporeon and the Genshin Impact character Paimon, which I think Paimon is a kid.
Yep.
Hannah, thank you, Rover, for coming. That is very weird. Hannah claimed that Aerotech management warned her to be less outspoken after she reported the incident. Quote, product testing really felt like a frat house sometimes, said one former tester who worked in the department in 2017. Male coworkers would make jokes about gender stereotypes and female characters who got their skirts flipped. One former contractor claimed a more senior tester stalked her between July 2011 and February 2012. The stalking victim told Kotaku that she cried at her desk and had panic attacks every day. Melvin Forrest, a scheduling manager for the product testing department, would hit on female associates. Quote, if you were friendly with him, you are more likely to be brought back sooner or less likely to be laid off. And I'll read two more here. In November 2010, Alice was invited to a Seattle gala for which Nintendo was a sponsor. He told Kotaku that at the party, his supervisor, Eric Bush, leaned in and told him to ask a female contractor what color her panties were. In February 22nd, lot check testers sent a letter to Nintendo about working conditions. Kotaku reviewed the letter and found a section about how it was uncomfortable to be a woman in lot check. Female testers did not feel included in things or respected. Very shameful, I think, for this to go up so many channels and to be denied. And it's a very common thing. It feels like an old head timey kind of thing where like, oh, you just have to play along. Oh, boys will be boys. Oh, like, just ignore it and it'll get better. Like, no, like these things shouldn't be tolerated at all. Like what happened, companies like to say there's a zero tolerance policy for these things, but when you're actually in the workplace, it seems like they try to do their best to kind of avoid them and let things try to die down when that shouldn't be the norm. It sucks. First of all, to just be a woman in the world. It's even harder to be a woman in the workplace. And I'm glad people are doing more exposés on this because that's how we start to get change. But it is such a shame that like everywhere in the games industry, week after week, we're seeing more stories like this. Like, why? It's disheartening.
Terrible.
Yeah, it is disheartening. It's really annoying. I feel like why are you so creepy? Like, how can you be this bold to say some of the things that I'm reading here that you read to us, and feel like after I say this, nothing's going to happen to me. I'm being a creep, and like I know I'm going to get away with this. It's just like it's insane to me that they think that they could say stuff like this and make people feel uncomfortable and just do whatever they like and feel like they can get away with it because I guess for this long they have been. But like you're saying, Christian, once we get these exposés and people start hearing about this, hopefully there'll be some change because nobody, especially women, don't deserve to have to deal with this crap when they're just going to work. they're just trying to make a living for themselves, and they have to deal with this on top of that. Like it's ridiculous.
Yeah, and the comment about we should be able to enjoy the childlike appearance of the one character. I was like, what? That doesn't. That's yeah. What the frick's wrong with you? Like, could we maybe do something about that? Like, Jesus, that's insane. Not good.
Don't forget, us as gamers, if we hear shit like this online, call that shit out. The buck stops here. I don't know. I really don't know how to transition from this. It's I hope things get better, and I think things are slowly starting to. I really do. I mean, I hopefully do. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. I'm just hoping things get better sooner, very sooner rather than later.
Yes.
Okay, moving on to some cool news here. Alone in the Dark reboot details have been kind of unveiled. 2 protagonists set in the Deep South 1920s. Michael Hedberg is writing the new reboot. He's the writer of Soma and Amnesia. And Alone in the Dark reboot will be a psychological horror meets Southern Gothic, which got my senses tingling, so to speak. And classic survival horror gameplay, of course. Let me read you some fuller details from the actual blog on the PlayStation, which do a better job than I did. In Alone in the Dark, you'll experience a completely original story, but it does incorporate characters, places, and themes from the original 90s trilogy. No prior knowledge of the original titles is required to enjoy the game, but fans of the series will find plenty that is familiar. Our Alone in the Dark is set in the Gothic American South during the 20s, a noir setting with classic Lovecraftian horror elements. It's a world where the familiar meets the surreal. You'll revisit an expanded and transformed Derceto mansion, the location that featured in the 1922 game, and various other sites connected to Derceto 2. Both Emily Hartwood and Edward Carnby, the original game's protagonists, are playable, but all enemies are new, original creations, although there are some nods to monsters from the past. I have never played an Alone in the Dark game before. Just these details alone have me extremely excited. I think it's fair to say we are in a survival horror renaissance, and I am super jazzed about that.
Yes. Like, literally the best time for survival horror right now. After the Game Awards, we got about 12... or not Game Awards, Summer Game Fest, we got about 12 announcements of survival horror games. Yeah.
That's our row.
Yeah. when is the platformer renaissance going to come back? Like, I'm waiting on that. But this looks really awesome. Again, every time I see one of these, I'm like, there's no way I'm playing this. I'm freaked out just alone by the trailer, but I can respect how good this looks. And if you are a fan of these games, how much fun I must imagine it would be. But I don't know. It's going to take a lot for me to pick one of these guys up. Yeah.
Dan, you're old. I'm sorry. Have you played an Alone in the Dark game before?
I think I actually did play the one on GameCube, but it's been so long ago, I couldn't tell you anything about it, honestly. So,
hold the phone. Dan, did you have a GameCube as well?
Oh, of course. Yes.
Oh, man. That is legit, I think, my favorite Nintendo console.
I was a Nintendo boy before I was an Xbox, boy, whatever you want to call it. So
I respect that.
Super
GameCube
Nintendo,
rules.
Nintendo 64, GameCube, and then I transitioned to Xbox.
Man, no wonder you also were a fan of Star Fox Adventures. I was wondering, okay.
Yes.
Very cool.
Yes.
Moving on. This comes from GamesIndustry.biz. In an interview with studio director Nicholas Doucette, Team Asobi is working on their biggest project yet. The studio is at 60 employees and expected to be at 100 in the future, and is experimenting with hardware, which will continue to be a focus. I got some quotes from the article here for you. Quote, "We always have this extra team on the side," Doucette explains. Probably like 90% of the studio is on production, but there is this small pocket of people in the background that are already touching the technologies of tomorrow or trying things with the technologies we have today, but taking them into a new direction. Quote, "In order to keep this freshness, this R&D team needs to be rotated quite often. People go into production, and then after that, maybe go into R&D for some time. Team Asobi's next project will follow in the footsteps of the games it has done before, but will be a full-blown commercial title and our biggest to date," says Doucette. Can't wait. Last paragraph here. Some of the team members we recruited a few years ago, we recruited them because as a hobby, they would take a VR headset, a motion sensor, and they'd grab like an eye detection thing, and then they'd put those together and create a demo. And they'd become famous on the hobbyist scene and within the programming community for doing this. We'd approach these people and say, what you're doing in your days off, it's exactly what we do for work. And you get to work with engineers who are still building the stuff you're using, so you get to input into something that will become a product. We've had a few people come through with that past, so this interest in hardware is anchored in the team. What a cool way to onboard new hires. Like, these people are doing cool things. Want to come work for us? I don't know. I'm very excited at what a full-blown Team Asobi title could look like. They've done the VR game. What was the VR game called?
Astrobot, right?
Astrobot Rescue Mission, and then Astro's Playroom launched with the PS5. Both games are fantastic. Can't wait to see what they do next. I think it'd be on par or as big as like what Sony did with Little Big Planet in the PS3 era. It'd be huge.
Yeah, this company has definitely sold me after Astro's Playroom, because that game's just so cool, and at illustrating the technology of the PS5 controller, the DualSense. It's really cool how they're able to integrate this new technology, and I'm interested to see if they dive headfirst into PSVR when the new one comes out. Very, very excited to see what they're working on.
1 second here. I thought Ro was going to say something.
Yeah, I wish I could say more about it, because I love what I've seen as an onlooker, but I still don't have a PS5 yet. No VR. But from what I've seen, like especially of Playroom, not Playroom. Yeah, Playroom, the PS5 one. When the PS5 came up, I was like watching videos of just that game because of how much people were talking about it, and it looked incredible, and how people were describing the haptic feedbacks, and just everything about that game sounded amazing. So I can only imagine their next title is going to be just a next step forward in whatever they're capable of. So yeah, excited for them.
I want to give a particular shout out to Peter Siptek, who wrote an article on digital trends, and they reviewed the Backbone PS5 controller that just came out. And it's interesting to note that like something I actually didn't think about is how some of these games are virtually unplayable on the Backbone because they rely on DualSense features, particularly with Astro's Playroom, Returnal, and it was Ratchet and Clank. They're not unplayable, but it's a completely different experience because you know that those games are reliant on pushing in the triggers halfway or full, and you can't do that on the Backbone. So I thought it was an interesting article. You can check that out at Digital Trends, PlayStation Backbone. Either way, and that is it for our news of the week. Let's round the corner over into our quick fantasy critic draft check-in because
is that the end of the news of the week?
That is definitely not. I skipped over one more. Oh, I apologize. Okay. Gamescom Opening Night Live is next week, August 23rd. And here are some things you can expect already, thanks to Jeff Keighley just massively tweeting these things out. Goat Simulator 3 gameplay will be there. We've also got a new look at Return to Monkey Island, a new trailer for Sonic Frontiers, a new look at... Yes. Sure. A new look at High on Life. Also a new look at Hogwarts Legacy. New gameplay for the Callisto Protocol, which excites me and maybe even confirms that the game is really actually going to come out in December.
Yes.
A DLC reveal for Dying Light 2. And, shout out Gage, first look at gameplay for The Expanse. I guess Dan also likes The Expanse. I didn't know this.
Yes! Christian, Gage is the one who got me into The Expanse. I was trying to convince you when we went to the Game Awards when we were in LA. I was trying to convince you to watch Expanse, and you're like, "Yeah, I started it."
Okay, thank you. That's all I wanted. Okay, thank you. Got that right.
Okay, right. I remember.
Well, there's a lot of TV shows out there, man. What do you want from me?
That's true.
She-Hulk.
I am interested though, because The Expanse is Telltale's first game, being the new Telltale, not the the previous Telltale. So I'm interested to see like how's this gonna look. Obviously, they're using Unreal Engine now instead of their old piece of crap broken engine. But yeah, I'm interested to see what it looks like.
And I forgot what like the trailer looked like, but the GIF that Jeff Keighley posted of the whatever the playable person is, just floating in like a 0G station, just looks rad. Like I am excited for this. I'll play this.
Yeah, I have never touched or never watched The Expanse, but Gage and Dan, I know how much you guys love it and how good it sounds. But as a Telltale fan, this is exciting me. Like I have no connection to The Expanse, but Telltale, yeah, I'm down for a cool story, and them being able to upgrade their engine. I'm excited to see what that looks like. Sonic, of course, I want to see more of that. But yeah, I'm excited for Gamescom. Destiny is going to be there too. I'm excited for the next chapter in Destiny as well as what that looks like.
Will you play it?
I hope so. I actually we'll talk about it in games that we're playing, but
I saw you. I logged on to GG and I saw some a little update
stuff.
from you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a little promise here for posterity's sake. Okay, so I'm swearing in. After I finish Better Call Saul, because everyone's talking about it, so I got to finish that show. I will get back into The Expanse. All right.
Okay,
all
that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Better Call Saul, phenomenal ending. That's all I have to say.
Can't wait to be the judge of that. Also, actually, real quick, another aside. What was that Halo short that you told me to watch the other day?
You didn't watch it again? Gage is going to be upset with you.
No, I didn't watch it. What was it called?
Halo Landfall is what it's called.
Halo Landfall. Here we go. I got it open on YouTube. I'll watch this after.
You're definitely not watching it after.
Anyway, here's our quick fantasy critic draft check-in. Here we go. Roller Drome recently released. Got more for you there on what you got for me. However, I think Ro picked it up for some points. So let's see how that's faring for him. Roller Drome sitting at went down. It's a 79 Open Critic. It went down by 2 points. Still not too bad.
Points.
Yeah, it went down. It was at an 83 over the weekend, and then just kept slowly going down. It's like, no, go up. But yeah, that's okay.
In my opinion, it shouldn't have gone down. I think 83 sounds like a great spot for it. So that sucks. Sorry, Ro.
Bro, it could be worse. You could have 4 points right now, like Gage does.
Dude, none of his games that he picked are coming out this year. It's hilarious.
Yeah. I thought mine was bad.
Someone had Hogwarts Legacy on our draft as well. I think was it Dan?
I think Gage. No, I didn't. No,
it's Gage. It's Gage.
Yeah.
Both of the games that I counterpicked are Gage's picks, and I'm getting 0 points for them, which might be a good thing because they won't be releasing.
True.
We've got some more games on the horizon for Ro. Next week, Soul Hackers 2, which I'm hearing is great from people that I listen to. And then Splatoon 3, September 9th. So, and then River City. Bro, you have 4 games coming up before anyone else.
Yep. River City Girls might be delayed, though, unfortunately, to next year or later this year. But they still have it as summer, but I'm pretty sure they came out and said that we're delaying it out of summer. But yeah. At least 3. At least 3 coming up.
At least 3. There we have it. Before we get into what you got for me, last week, we announced August's theme for the PXN Best of All Time. This month's theme is the best video game setting. Gage is not here. Dan, would you like to read Gage's picks? We're announcing our picks, by the way. Sure. Everyone's announcing their individual picks.
Sure. Gage. I'll act like Gage now. Rapture. That's definitely one that's on my list. Yeah, I love Rapture. Sorry, I was trying to. Yeah,
it just sounds like more Dan.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, no, his first one was Rapture from BioShock, which of course that's a fantastic pick because the world of Rapture is just incredible. Everything, the underwater setting and the mood and the lighting and everything in that world is so cool. So that's a really good first pick. Do you want me to read them all, or are we gonna bounce?
Ooh, okay. You know what? Good call. Let's stop there.
Okay.
Before we actually start announcing more of our picks, which I should have done this beforehand, before we made Gage give his first, I actually want to do honorable mentions. No, you know what? No, you know what? No. Since we already started, let's save honorable mentions to right before we do our final pick. So let's move over to me, since I'm next on the list. And let me tell you, this was very hard, but I'm going to start off with, I think, a very iconic game that I think is... This is Peach's Castle. Or specifically from Mario 64, I think having it be the first 3D game and then set in Peach's Castle, and then also the paintings turns out are painted by Peach, which is something I think we just learned very recently online. I think it's I think it's one of the best settings we've ever gotten in video games for sure. I think it's worthy of that conversation.
Yeah.
Dan.
My first pick is Vice City from Grand Theft Auto. Vice City, of course. The Vice City world, in my opinion, like, you go into that world and you're just like, oh my god, the neon lights everywhere, the gangster feel. I just loved the entire feeling of that world. Like, in my opinion, that and San Andreas are the two best settings of Grand Theft Auto games. And I know there's people that like the other ones, but I personally am more akin to the Vice City setting because of that bright lights, 80s feel. It just, I don't know. It felt like it was really good in the time, and it was even closer to the 80s at the time when this game came out. So it was like, man, this is really not much of a throwback, but it was a cool sight to see. I think very unique compared to other video games that were releasing around that time. So,
wow, solid first pick. Ro?
All right, so my first pick, you guys can tell me if I need to adjust my scope when I give this, but I picked my first one is Saint Denis from Red Dead Redemption 2. Like that section of the map. Is that too small, or should I go the entire?
Are we allowed, Dan?
I think that's fine. I do think it's interesting though, comparing to one of Gage's picks, because
did he?
His is
he did one too, right?
His is more inclusive.
Yeah.
So I don't know how.
Okay.
Ooh. Is that gonna work?
That's what's tricky about it.
No, I think Gage should have it, or I should expand. But I'll let Gage have it, and I'll just replace it with something else.
Okay.
Let's see here. How about Destiny, the Taken King, Saturn / the Dreadnought?
The Dreadnought is a great pick. Yeah,
that's really good.
That is my first pick. Dreadnought and Destiny. I remember when that first came out. Taken King is still one of the highlights in Destiny's history, and being able to explore that ship and figure out all its mysteries, that was certainly a great time. So I pick the Dreadnought from Destiny, the Taken King, as my first pick.
Should have expected it. Gage?
Well, thank you, Christian, for calling on me. This is Gage over here. His next pick is the American South of Red Dead Redemption 2, as we just alluded to. So obviously another great pick. Includes a lot of great locations within that map, as Bro was alluding to there with Saint Denis. But yeah, the world was so entertaining because of what could happen in that world too. Like, the setting is also inclusive of what's happening in that world, I feel like. So all the random events that you could run into were just really cool, and the tone and everything felt really good. So yeah, that's American South, Red Dead.
You feel good.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. There's a first for everything. There you go.
So I'm looking at Gage's list without spoiling it. I love that his fourth pick is definitely the setting of the game, and then his third pick is a location.
Yeah. That's why I was sending in the chat. I'm like, I don't know what's, it's very tricky. Setting / location, they can kind of mean two different things, but it's kind of a tricky conversation.
Anyway, my second pick. And I had a conversation with some buddies about this. I was between two of them, and I think, for the sake of this one, because I want to save the pick I almost went with for a different theme. My second pick is the Kingdom of Lordran from Dark Souls 1.
Nice.
Which is easily, I would say, the best designed Souls game. I talk a lot of shit. I did talk a lot of shit when I first played the game because of how frustrating it was, but then I found out like how smartly designed the gameplay loop is around the architecture of Lordran. It's fantastic. Specifically, like a location that I think is like iconic in the game is I'm looking the name now that we're live. Hold on.
Christian knows the answer, everyone. He's just returning to his memory banks to remember it.
Anarlando. Getting
There
there
it
for the
is.
first time is legendary and something I won't ever forget. Yeah. Dark Souls 1, I still think is like legit S tier peak level design in gaming. And people have taken a lot of inspiration from it. And it shows. So
Nice. My next one is Raccoon City from the Resident Evil series. I guess more specifically Resident Evil 2. Raccoon City is just, I guess Raccoon City Police Department is more specifically. Yes. Raccoon City Police Department in Resident Evil 2, especially the remake, is amazing because I didn't play the original 2, which I'm sure people are yelling at me right now for not doing that. But yeah, it's really cool. Like you go in there and there's certain like events that happen in that campaign that you like open a garage door and like a zombie's like they're about to grab you and you're just like, holy crap, this is insane. Like you don't know what's around every single turn, and you know when certain Mr. X shows up, it gets a little bit a little dicey. So yeah, that entire ambiance of the PD is really cool.
can I tell you something?
Yo.
I almost chose it as one of my locations, RCPD. I think Remake does such a good job of like you said, the atmosphere. I remember there's one hallway in that game that is like burned into my brain where you turn it and you start walking down it, and because it's like raining outside, it's pushing a tree branch against the window, and you have to walk towards that window, and like nothing happens, but like the fear of just walking towards it is like it's electrifying, dude. It's like such good game. I want to play RE2 remake again. It's so good.
Yes. Yeah, the threat of it, you're just like, oh no, what's happening?
Mm-hmm. Real.
All
Number
right.
2 pick.
My number 2 pick. Again, tell me if I need to adjust. But The Last of Us Part 2. I was going to say Seattle, but post-apocalyptic America, because I think you go to more than one state in that game. You go to California. Well, I won't spoil it, Dan. I shouldn't spoil it.
Yeah.
But you go to other places that aren't Seattle in that game. So I could choose one or the other, or am I allowed to be a little bit more open with this one?
The bulk of the game is Seattle anyway, so because I'm also thinking about like characters for tweets for when we post the poll. Seattle might be easier than post-apocalyptic US and then TLU 2. Right. I don't think that would fit. Seattle. Okay. would fit.
Then Seattle. I will go with Seattle from TLU 2 as my second pick. I don't want to spoil some things, Dan, because I hope you go back to it. But there's some certain locations in that game that are just incredible, dude. It's insane. I wanted to do The Last of Us 2, but then I started thinking, The Last of Us Part 1, but I started thinking about how crazy the level design is in Part 2, and I was like, no, this one's on another level.
Dude, speaking of The Last of Us, there was a screenshot shared today from Part 1, the remake, of the iconic window from the menu screen.
Yeah.
It looks gorgeous, dude.
I saw that too. I was like, how did they make that look better?
I don't want to see any more screenshots, to be honest. Like, I'm sick and tired. Like, I'm just ready for the game to come out again.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is gorgeous.
They did a trailer of like one of the most heartbreaking scenes in that game, and it's like, you guys could have held that
yes,
off. Like,
I
one I didn't need to see, but yeah.
I agree. Anyway. Back to Gage.
Gage, yeah. Here we are, Gage here. My third.
It gets worse.
Yeah,
every time.
I don't know how to do Gage, clearly. Gage's third pick, I guess I'll throw in Billstown from The Last of Us. and my memory is so poor, I don't even remember Bill's Town, so someone else will have to.
Oh, and
really
you say you
cool.
love that game so much, huh?
Christian,
You can't remember Bill's Town?
It's
All the
been-
traps everywhere.
I haven't played since launch, and I bought the remaster on PS4, but I never played it, so I only played at launch.
Tell me you at least remember Bill.
Sure, I'm sure I would remember.
Wow.
him.
So-called Last of Us lover.
Christian, my memory is that of a little toddler. I have a terrible memory.
Yeah,
thank
that Bill's Town, the iconic asshole friend of Joel, who has a I don't want to spoil the Tilu who listener played it, but yeah, the city with all the traps is a great way to put it. With the magazines, remember the magazines at the end?
Yes.
Yeah, regular Bobby Fischer over here is like an iconic. Anyway, remember now?
I do remember. I looked him up, and I do remember him now.
Yeah.
Yes.
How could
The
you
scene
forget?
with the truck. Oh,
So good. God, I can't wait for the remake.
yeah. It's like 2 or 3 weeks away, isn't it? Or is it the end of September?
I don't remember. September 9th, isn't it?
I think it's.
Or
Yeah,
is it 19th?
I think it's 9th. I think you're right, Ro.
Definitely ends with a 9. I
Release date. Here we go. July 20. Nope, that is the original.
was like, oh, you missed it. Yeah, I could have sworn it was September 9th.
September 2nd. It says actually.
Oh,
So,
wow.
That is
Okay.
soon, dude.
Yes.
Never mind.
2 weeks from Friday.
I
Cool.
may or may not be home. I'm working on something right now, so we'll see. Oh, it's me next. Okay. Well, normally I'd go with some other choices. And maybe I should go with my original pick since Dan likes to pick the same locations, games every time we have one of these things. It's always, oh, Halo this, Fallout this.
But I mean, those are my favorite series, so of course there's gonna be stuff that pulls from that.
Well, for my sake, I'm opting for some variety. Out of left field, I am choosing Aperture Labs from Portal 2 as one of the best video game settings. I mean, iconic. Are you kidding me? Portal 2 is lauded as one of the best games ever. And I think partially is due to how smart, first of all, how smart the puzzles are, how smart it is the writing as you work through those. And then, I don't want to spoil like the ending, but like very cool stuff happens in that lab. And I love it. Portal 2, Aperture Lab. Book it.
Book it.
A good pick.
Thank you.
My third one is post-apocalyptic Washington D.C., which is more specifically capital wasteland of Fallout 3, which is such a great location. I mean, literally littered with great stuff in there. And I mean, you have Megaton that we talked about last week, which you go there and they're worshiping a bomb. I mean, how is that not crazy content that you don't see anywhere else? Like, that's insane. But just the variety that you see walking across the Capitol Wasteland, you're just like, what the hell is going on? There's kids that are in charge of a cult group, essentially. There's underground bunkers full of ghouls. Yeah, there's just so much in that game, and exploring every vault in that game is so cool as well because every vault is unique. So yeah, it's very, very cool.
Did you not already talk about this pick?
I didn't.
We just gave our thirds, right? I don't remember hearing you talk about these two.
Vice City and
Do you mean-
Raccoon City were my first two.
Okay, so this is your last one, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, okay, cool.
I kind of did it reverse order. I realized that after I started doing it, but nah. Oh well.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thanks for the clarification. Okay, Ro, your third.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, I what you're saying with variety, I'm definitely not doing. I'm definitely going with my taste right now. So my next pick is New Donk City from Mario Odyssey. It's my next pick. I don't know if it's on any list out there, probably not. But for me, when I played that game, I feel that was huge. Like having that how the level ended with the classic Mario and the song and the little concert at the end, but actually exploring New Donk City before that final climax was like so much fun. Climbing up the towers, like there's so much to do on that in that city. That it's just like it's cool Mario stuff that we haven't seen since then. So yeah.
How about the song at the end of it?
Yeah,
was
that's what I was
really
saying. Yeah,
Yeah.
the concert. Yeah, that was incredible.
I have an L take here.
Oh
for you.
no.
I didn't care for the final song. Whatever.
Christian.
I also I wasn't big on Odyssey either.
Christian.
I
Why?
thought it was fun.
You can control a dinosaur, Christian.
A dinosaur, Christian.
You know what? Dinosaurs are overhyped too. Look at it. Like
I mean,
everything
they did
is
die.
overhyped.
They did die. So how cool can you be? If
How
you
cool?
just,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I'm kidding.
got wiped up by.
You
a
know what?
meteor.
I say this, but I held an extinct rock once and I cried. So what do I know?
Whoa! How do you hold an extinct rock? I thought it was extinct.
No. It works differently for rocks.
Okay.
Because of the gradual cooling of the Earth's core, some rocks can no longer form because it's not hot enough to make those rocks. So
Gotcha.
therefore, it is extinct
Interesting.
in that sense. Yeah. Geology with ISO Christian.
Whoa.
Anyway. Gage, any honorable mentions? No, I don't know. That's my Gage. So, what's your fourth pick, Gage?
Well, Christian, my fourth pick. I think you look very beautiful today, or something like that. Something
He would
Christian
say
would
that.
say.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Gage's last pick is Delta Halo from Halo 2. Of course, an iconic mission, and actually one that popped into my head for this as well. But then saw Gage already had it written down. I was like, all right, I'll pick something else. But Delta Halo, really, really cool mission and environment as you travel down to Delta Halo. It is literally the ring called Delta Halo. And it's the second Halo ring that you encounter in the series. Obviously, the first one in the first game, you blow up and you're like, yep, we don't need this ring anymore. But Delta Halo is such a cool environment. It feels very different than the original game as well because it feels a lot newer, I guess, a little fresher. And you get dropped in with a freaking Scorpion tank and go through the streets, and you're just like, oh, that mission Delta Halo is just incredible. Absolutely love it. So, very good pick, Gage. I mean me.
That's funny. That caught me off guard. Okay, I got some honorable mentions here. I'm starting mine with Hyrule from Ocarina of Time. I think this is the similar vein to Peach's Castle, where it's the first time I realized an iconic setting in 3D. So I went with one. I already picked the Zelda game for one of these previous things, so I figured I'd switch it up with the Mario game this time. That's why Hyrule gets the honorable mention slot. Also got Woohoo Island from Wii Sports Resort, RCPD from RA2 Remake, as we've discussed, The Island from The Witness, which I think is probably one of the greatest puzzle games ever made, period. So good. The Oldest House from Control. Great setting. The Ishimura from Dead Space is great. I think worthy of that conversation as well. And then sad. This one is my last honorable mention. Very sad to have it relegated to honorable mention because I think it's worthy of discussion as well. Arkham Asylum from the first Arkham game, I think, is super well visualized. And people love City, but I think we don't talk about Asylum enough. I think the Metroidvania style of it really works for the Asylum. And I think it's my favorite Arkham game, period. So, honorable mention for Arkham Asylum. My last pick is more of an obvious choice for my taste, and I'm going with Shadow Moses from Metal Gear Solid 1 because of its legacy and because of how iconic it becomes later in the series. There's a moment in MGS4 where you go back to Shadow Moses, and it's one of the coolest things I've ever seen in a video game happen. Where the game turns to 4-3 and you're playing MGS1 again in Snake's Dream from MGS4, and it's just phenomenal. It's just very, what a cool setting, man. And I just saw a clip of a Boneworks mod where they remade Shadow Moses in VR, so you were playing as Snake in VR, and I thought that was very sick. And yeah, Shadow Moses, why not? Dan, honorable mentions for you?
I didn't write down any honorable mentions, but man, you sang Ishimura from Dead Space. That was such a good one. And of course, it was in Dead Space 2 a little bit as well. Wait, did I just spoil that? You
I haven't played it, but like, it's fine. It's fine.
Oh, sorry. I completely forgot that you have played the sequel.
That's fine. Shit. That's a very small thing.
Yeah, but Ishimura is fantastic pick, Christian, and yeah, I echo pretty much all of the ones you said, as well as Mojave Desert. Mojave Desert? and Fallout New Vegas. That was a great honorable pick as well. Honorable mention. But my final pick, guys, is the Ark from Halo 3. Absolutely incredible location. From the first time you go through the portal in Halo 3 and you're presented with this giant installation that literally is made to build Halo rings, you're like, holy shit, this is incredible. It encapsulated my excitement of the Halo series in Halo 3 when you make it to that moment. And that it actually happens very early in the game. You travel to the Ark, and a lot of the bigger missions take place on the Ark. And it's very cool. And especially the Ark is building a new installation that is replacing the first one from the first game that you blew up. So seeing that new installation being built and like how like new and unfinished it is, and even Cortana has a line in there where she's like, "This it's so new, unfinished." Like it's so cool. It's really, really something else, and I really love that entire environment. So
Nice. But actually, Ro, before we have one more honorable mention, I forgot to mention. The ending place to Uncharted 2. Cool shit.
The ending what, sir?
The ending setting. I don't want to say the name of the place.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
The only one I can remember is Uncharted 3 for some reason, and
that one was gorgeous too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm blanking on Uncharted 2 right now too. I'll search it up after.
Yeah.
Oh, you so-called Uncharted lover, Ro.
I'm a faker. Poser.
Any honorable mentions for you?
I didn't have any written down until we started talking about them, and then a few popped into my mind. PT is one, like the halls of PT. That was an event when that happened. I know we were talking about earlier that I'm not a horror fan, but I was watching streams, watching videos because everybody was trying to figure this thing out. And then when they found out it was a Silent Hill teaser, crazy. Christian, what were you gonna say?
And then like Kojima like tweeting about it this week, saying happy 8 years to PT. Like he's still not over his treatment, how he was treated at Konami. Insane, dude.
He shouldn't be. Hold on to that till you die, Kojima.
Yeah.
Don't let go of that grudge. Another one that I have here is actually from Kojima as well, Death Stranding, that universe. And just like the hills, like everything about that setting was like really cool as well. Offset Island from Wind Waker is another one. And Arkham City from Batman Arkham City. But my last pick is a weird one. And maybe I might have to pick one of my honorable mentions. But my last pick is your island in Animal Crossing New Horizons.
Wow.
So it's not technically, set as a location because you get to customize it and make it your own. But once you make it your own, it's like it's such a unique thing in gaming, I think. There's other games that are customized. You make customizable spaces, but Animal Crossing just has a different vibe, I think. You could say that for any games, I guess, for the town in New Leaf and the city in City Folk. I don't remember what you have in City Folk. But New Horizons Island, the atmosphere, the customizability of terraforming everything, I think it makes it a really cool video game setting. My list is definitely me. I'm not coming for any prizes this time. I don't think any of these could be like the number one. I had a hard time picking these, but these are my favorite video game locations. So Animal Crossing New Horizons Island is my last pick.
Heck yeah.
Okay, but before we end this,
yes,
what do you think is the dark horse winner here? I feel like Aperture Lab has a good chance.
that is a good one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rapture.
Rapture, yeah. Yep. Or I mean, American South and Red Dead is such a wide encompassing one. Maybe that one is.
For me, it's Portal 2 as well. Portal 2 or Red Dead. Yeah.
Cool. All right. Look forward to our individual polls for everyone starting August 19th. That is right around the corner, 2 days from now, Friday. But until then, before we get to the topic of the show, because we are running longer, let's see what you got for me, Daniel.
Yes, I'll be real quick for you. Multiverses. Jump back into it. Played some more action of that, which it's pretty much the same as the last time I played it, except they added LeBron James since I last played. which that's his moveset is actually pretty interesting. He throws the basketball around and it kind of bounces around until it hits someone, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I still really love this game. This game's really fun. I think it definitely isn't. It's getting like hype, but I feel like it deserves more hype for how much fun it is to play. I really enjoyed playing it thus far.
Nice. Wait, I'm sorry. Before we move on, do you have a like go-to character?
Yes, Tasmanian Devil. He is amazing. Yes. He literally, like, you can keep, and this might be cheap, I don't know, but you can keep doing this spin move where they can't touch you. Like, you just keep doing his classic spin move, and they can't do anything about it.
Sounds pretty cheap to me. You ever play the Taz video games, by the way, for like, I think it was like Genesis or something?
No.
Anyway. Ro, you got some stuff for us this week.
Yes, I actually played some stuff in the last literally 2 days. But Eastward, I picked that back up, which is a game that I picked up last year that I really liked and I want to finish. So I'm trying to make that happen. Muse Dash is a rhythm game. I'm starting to find out that I really like rhythm games, but this is a game that I found out, or that I bought during the summer sale this year, that I didn't have a chance to play. But the music in this game is like super chill. It's got some nice vibes. They have some more intense tracks, but most of them are like really mellow. But the rhythm of it is like, it's kind of difficult, but it's fun to try and master. And Destiny 2, as I alluded to earlier, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to get back into Destiny 2. Maybe when the big thing happens, I will. But when I picked it up today and I saw what I had missed, I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be doing this anymore. And as the community has said, it's just harder and harder for new players to jump in, and people that are veterans like myself, if they take a break, it is harder to just get back into it. And I think they need to work on that. But yeah, always love you, Destiny 2, but we'll see if I'm ever going to come back to you. Yeah.
I miss Destiny 1.
Yeah.
I mean, just like playing it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just the vibes. I'm glad you played more games.
Yeah, me too.
Cool stuff. For me, I actually forgot to mention this at all on this show that I thought was... I did a video essay not too long ago. You guys tweeted about it, so thank you. On Solarpunk in media, so like movies and games. And it turned out to be my best performing video. Turns out the Solarpunk community is strong because they are vibing with it, and is just shy of 1,000 views, which would make
Nice.
it. I don't know. I've never been done a video that's done that well. So very cool. I just wanted to shout that out.
Heck yeah.
As far as games, I got back into Ultimate Chicken Horse with some friends this week.
Oh,
and I love that game. What's up?
We've got to play. I literally. I played a long time ago, and I was telling Sean back then how good it is, and he's like, "That's so stupid." I'm like,
"It's fantastic." It's like, even when I know my friends are like just doing stuff to like get at me, I can't help but like laugh. Like it's such a good time, and I added it to the PXN Game Night rotating list of games, so we definitely should check that out. Cult of the Lamb. I was really high on this game. I thought it was fantastic, and the more I played, the more down on it I got in the long run, which is kind of a shame. I still really enjoyed it. I beat it yesterday. And honestly, I think what I'm most underwhelmed with is the actual dungeon loop isn't as strong as I hoped it would be. Obviously, it's hard to, when you do a roguelike game like this, because it pales in comparison to Hades, because Hades is like, I think probably the best ever dude at this point. Shout out Returnal as well. That's another great one. But like, yeah, and there's also like a lot of bugs that like I was coming into like contact with towards the end, where like enemies were coming off, like just staying off screen or being accidentally invincible where they can't hurt me and I can't hurt them. Wow. And I have to end the run, so like I lose progress and I lose people because of that. A lot of stuff, like a lot of base building stuff, which is by far the best part about Cult of the Lamb, my favorite thing, is a little bit broken. A lot of bugs with like the stuff that you put in there will sometimes disappear and won't come back. You'll have frame dips where like when you're cooking food, like that is a timed mini game, it's hard to nail it because like you're just having frame dips. So just small stuff like this that I think could be tweaked would be a stronger game. But like, nevertheless, I did very much enjoy my time with it. I put almost 20 hours into it, and Yeah, I mean, I resurrected you like 3 times, and I gave you a
Thank you.
necklace to make it. Yeah, Dan, you were in there as well. When you got in there, I gave you a necklace to make you work overnight, so it was fantastic.
Let me guess, I died and you didn't resurrect me.
Yeah, I think I maybe brought you back once. Maybe not. I don't know. I definitely did, and then a few other people I brought back. I didn't sacrifice you though. I only sacrificed one person. I'm not that. I led a nice cult.
Was it Gage?
No, it's not Cage. No. I let him die of natural causes too. I let everyone die of natural causes except for one person. Anyway, last game I played is Rollerdrome, and I want to give a shout out to the PSN game trial, which I know is currently bugged. It's supposed to be an hour long, and it's coming out to 35 minutes for whatever reason. Shout out to Rollerdrome for in the first 5 minutes of me playing the game, I was immediately sold because of how awesome the gameplay loop is. And this is a rare Gage L. Right now, if he's listening, you're wrong. Rollerdrome is awesome. It's a shorter game, but it's one of those where it's like you definitely have to keep going back to get better to unlock later levels. And there's like a post game, I think. It is awesome. It's so much fun. It's hard. Dan, I think you would really enjoy it as well. So,
Yeah,
Rollerdrome, get at
super
it.
cool.
And you didn't know that you had to do tricks to reload ammo.
No, I had no
Apparently,
idea.
yeah.
So cool.
Cool stuff. By the way, also, during my trial, I was having like an insane run that I wanted to screen share and send to Twitter. But then at like towards the end, my demo like timed out and I lost the video. And I was like so sad. I was like, well, I guess I'll just redo the level. I bought the game and he was immediately placed. It just paused the game for me, and I'm like, okay, I just pick up literally the second where I was at. So that was kind of cool. Like, I didn't expect for my save to be like at the instant the demo stopped. So that was nice.
That is cool.
And
What's
then Gage just
Gage?
Tarkov.
Wait, Gage, what are you playing? Yeah, I'm playing Tarkov over there. Enjoying it. Tarkov. I don't know why I turned hillbilly there for a second, but
My God. A boot. Anyway.
a boot. I don't know about that.
It's time for our topic of the show. We're looking at the best video game exclusive from the aughts, that is 2000 to 2009. I have created a bracket filled with all our choices from both PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo, and PC/other. We created this list together on a Google Sheet, to which then obviously games with the highest. What I did is that games seeded over 80 Metacritic. Games with over an 80 Metacritic got automatically placed in the bracket. Games lower had to be played in, and you'll see those respectively across the divisions. And so, before we actually begin, I'll read you the divisions, and then I want to pick who you think will win, and who is a dark horse winner as well. Keep that in mind. By the way, also, this is seeded according to Metacritic. It is not random seeding. Kind of funny.
Okay. Called out.
So, with the PlayStation division, we've got Uncharted 2 versus Infamous/Warhawk, that is a play-in. Final Fantasy X versus Killzone 2. Gran Turismo 3 versus Kingdom Hearts 2. Metal Gear Solid 4 versus Persona 4. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas versus Resistance 2. God of War 2 versus Shadow of the Colossus. Little Big Planet versus Ratchet & Clank: A Crack in Time. And then Devil May Cry versus Flower. Strong bracket for PlayStation. Let's mosey on over to the Xbox division. We've got Halo. Combat Evolved.
Wow.
Took me a second. Versus Fusion Frenzy / Conquer Live and Reloaded. That is another plan. Forza Motorsport 3 versus Mass Effect. Gears of War versus Left 4 Dead 2. Halo 3 versus Fable 2. BioShock versus Saints Row / Crackdown, another play-in for Xbox. Splinter Cell versus Project Gotham Racing 2. Halo 2 versus Crimson Skies. And KOTOR, Knights of the Old Republic, versus Jade Empire. Strong games for Xbox as well. We're looking at the bottom right now for PC/other. Half-Life 2 versus The Witcher versus Arma 2. Sorry, /Arma 2, another play-in. Crysis versus Call of Duty / Medal of Honor Allied Assault, another play-in. World of Warcraft versus Counter-Strike. Company of Heroes versus Diablo 2. Civilization 4 versus Command and Conquer Red Alert 2 / Empire Earth, another play-in. Warcraft 3 versus Battlefield 2 / Battlefield 1942. Dealer's choice there of which Battlefield you think is better. Unreal Tournament versus Doom 3. And The Sims versus Max Payne. Last division, Nintendo, which I think is the strongest division and the one I had most trouble when I did it personally. Mario Galaxy versus Wii Sports / Luigi's Mansion. A shame that Wii Sports is fighting for a play-in spot, but here we are. F-Zero GX versus New Super Mario Bros. Wind Waker, Legend of Zelda, versus Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door. Smash Bros. Melee versus Pokemon Heart Gold / Soul Silver. Metroid Prime versus Mario Kart Wii / Kirby Air Ride, another play-in. Pikmin 2 versus Animal Crossing. Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess versus Star Fox Adventures / Mario Party 4, your last play-in. And Super Mario Sunshine versus Super Monkey Ball 2. Mouthful there. Dan, who is going to be the winner of this bracket?
I know my pick, but I don't think it'll win. Honestly, I think it's going to be either a PlayStation or a Nintendo game. I don't know which one it's going to be.
I feel like you might be right. And honestly, I think it might be a Nintendo game. I'm thinking it's either going to be the Mario Galaxy game or one of the Zelda games.
Yeah, I would have to agree. I think like honestly, Wii Sports I think could beat a lot of them, but would it be the number one? I don't know. But yeah, I'm also looking at the PC games. Like a lot of those are pretty iconic, like Half-Life 2, World of Warcraft. We'll see how far those make it, but I think Nintendo, really strong showing right now. Yeah, I'm excited to dive in.
I like that you mentioned Wii Sports. That is actually might be a dark horse pick. I respect that. 'Cause I can't think of any other dark horses that might pull through. Anyway,
we'll see.
I actually want to leave Nintendo division for last. Let's work clockwise. Let's start with PC, then do Xbox, then PlayStation, and then Nintendo. Does that sound hot diggity dog for everyone? I don't know why I said that.
Now, before we start, if we haven't played the game, but we have like an idea of like what we would think of it.
Sure.
Okay, just go with that.
Yeah, I mean we can discuss as well.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sure somebody could like maybe influence the other person's decision as well.
That's fair.
If there's like a tie or something.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay.
By the way, PCs we're gonna struggle with since Gage was the one that picked these.
I was the only one who picked a full list of them.
Okay. Anyway.
That's true. I'm sorry.
Let's start with our play-in real quick. The Witcher versus Arma 2. Of those two, I've never played an Arma game, so I can't speak to that. The Witcher, maybe? I don't know. Dan?
I would say The Witcher over Arma 2. 100%.
Okay. That means your first round is Half-Life 2 versus The Witcher. And of those, I think it's got to be Half-Life 2.
Yeah.
I agree. It's unanimous.
Yep.
Yeah,
easy.
Definitely.
That is an iconic game. Easy. Okay. Another plan, Call of Duty versus Medal of Honor Allied Assault. I'm biased towards Call of Duty.
Yeah.
But
I am as well. Call of Duty. I'm on the Call of Duty train.
I love COD 1.
Yes. And it
Call
was
of
made
Duty
by
versus
the same people. Medal of Honor Allied Assault.
I did not know that.
Yep.
I did not know that.
Yep.
Wow.
They went on from Allied Assault to make Call of Duty. Away from EA. They were like, nope, see ya, EA.
Damn. Respect that.
Yep.
That means your second round is Crysis versus Call of Duty.
Call of Duty.
Oh.
Yes.
I thought Crysis for me.
See, here's my thing. Crysis was like a visual like masterpiece, but like when you got into like the nitty gritty of it, like Crysis was for me just not that exciting. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's just for me.
And I think, bro.
No, I was going to say I have not played either. I just this is me like looking in culturally and what people have said, I haven't played either of the games, so I'm willing to be swayed. And, well, I don't have to be. There's no ties.
Yeah. Dan, I think you're right. I think this Crisis 1 is that visual one. I think Crisis 2 is where like it'd get more of an interesting conversation, but Crisis 2 is not on this list. So I think of these two, Call of Duty is the stronger pick. Call of Duty, who's forward? There we go. All right, that puts us over at World of Warcraft versus Counter-Strike.
I would say Counter-Strike.
Both of these games are pretty
Really?
iconic as well.
Yeah.
Really? Because Counter-Strike is good, but like, think of the cultural resonance that World of Warcraft has had.
That is true, but like, not to take anything away from World of Warcraft, but both games are still around to this day, like, and very big.
That's true.
I mean, I guess the original Counter-Strike not as much, but
Right.
it is still around. You know, I don't know.
I would pick WoW for me.
I'm also going with WoW.
Fair.
Dan, screw you.
That's fair.
That is a little tough one though.
Yeah.
Because I do agree that they're both pretty iconic and still have their following to this day.
I love that when we're not fighting on these because like we have like little time to them. It's like when we get to the other divisions.
I can't wait to get to PlayStation and Nintendo and
Nintendo's brutal, dude.
God.
Yeah. Moving on, Company of Heroes versus Diablo 2, and I'm gonna guess that Dan is going with Diablo 2, and I think I would agree.
Yeah, I've not played either game actually. I love Diablo 3, but I never played 2, so but I probably would go with 2.
Bro?
Diablo
Sure.
2. That's one that I've
it.
heard. That's one that I've heard about the most. So, Diablo 2 for me.
At least we're not shying away from our ignorance, you know. We'll speak to the games we love. Our play-in here: Command and Conquer: Red Alert 2 versus Empire Earth.
Versus.
I have such a nostalgia for Empire Earth, so that's why I'm saying that.
Okay, but is that going to win over Civilization 4? I don't think so.
Probably not. No.
Is it safe to assume we're moving Civ 4 automatically into? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Civ 4 beats both of those. And then we have Warcraft 3, that's a gauge pick, versus, actually let's do the play in here, Battlefield 2 versus 1942. Personally, I think Battlefield 2 gets the pick, but I can understand why you guys went 1942. Dan, want to speak to 1942 real quick?
I actually agree with you. I think Battlefield 2 is the better one. When I said 1942, that was kind of the first one that came to my mind. I forgot that Battlefield 2 was even a thing until you said it. Yeah, that was like the first time they entered into modern combat, and it was really cool. Yeah,
I thought it was fantastic. I miss it. It's probably one of my. I have a lot of special memories of Battlefield 2. I don't remember much of them, like because I was like, I shouldn't have been playing this game as this young, but I love Battlefield 2 to death. Or Warcraft 3, are we doing it?
Yeah, I guess you two picked it, right? Did you two pick it?
Battlefield or Warcraft?
Yeah,
I'm
which
sorry.
one are you going to
We're
pick?
picking Battlefield 2.
Okay.
Now
yes.
Battlefield 2 versus Warcraft 3.
Okay, gotcha.
I would say Battlefield 2.
Yeah.
I would as well.
Yeah.
Oh, this bracket is so easy, dude.
Yeah, until we get to
I love it.
Yeah.
Now, are we completing the PC one before we're moving on to the next one, or are we doing it bracket by bracket clockwise?
So we'll get all the way till we get to the like. Oh, you know what? You're right. We'll stop here. Yeah, we're doing the first rounds of each. You're right.
Okay, gotcha.
Yes. Thank you. Unreal Tournament versus Doom 3. This is a tough one for me personally. I'm biased towards Unreal Tournament. I think Unreal Tournament is fucking fantastic. Personally, I would do UT 2004.
I would do UT as well. Yeah.
Yeah. UT.
I respect Doom, but like Unreal Tournament was like such a special gem.
Yeah. And Doom 3 was great.
Sure. But Unreal Tournament just as great.
Yeah.
Lastly, we have The Sims versus Max Payne.
Ooh. The Sims.
Honestly, I would say The Sims as well.
I think it's an easy choice. I love Max Payne.
Yeah.
but The Sims is iconic.
Yep.
I remember playing The Sims at my aunt's house and being like, "You can do this on a computer? I want a computer." And then it took me years to actually get one. All right, so there you have it. That's the first round for PC. Let's go on over to the first round of Xbox. Starting with our plan, Fusion Frenzy versus Conquer Live and Reloaded. Personally, I would say Fusion Frenzy should get the play-in.
Oh, no. Conquer is so good.
But it's not even as good as the N64 game.
Oh, no. Let me correct you on that, Christian. I gotta fight for this because I love Conquer Live and Reloaded. Conquer Live and Reloaded literally has all of Conquer's Bad Fur Day campaign, and it has a freaking awesome multiplayer mode where you can play as a bear. You play as all these freaking amazing characters. Where's our new Conquer game? I want a Conquer game in the vein of Live and Reloaded. Amazing.
But was it not the same multiplayer from Bad Fur Day?
No, Bad Fur Day didn't have multiplayer.
Yes, it did.
Bad Fur Day?
Yes, on N64. Yes.
Are you sure?
It's a 4-player multiplayer game as well.
I don't recall this. Maybe I didn't play the multiplayer on Bad Fur Day, but okay. It does have multiplayer, apparently.
Oh. I'm pretty sure the multiplayer from Live and Reloaded was the multiplayer from Bad Fur Day.
But Live and Reloaded was a lot bigger, because are you saying it was 4-player multiplayer in the N64?
Yeah, it's limited, right, to the 4 slots.
So Live and Reloaded was like huge, like think Battlefield scale, not that scale, but like in comparison to Bad Fur Day, it was huge. Like I think it was 16 players for Live and Reloaded multiplayer. So it was pretty cool. Like I love that game. I want a new Conquer game. Where is it?
Sounds pretty cool.
Ro, do you have any affinity towards one way or the other?
I did not own an original Xbox, and when I got a 360, I didn't do a lot of backtracking. But
we could, Ro, if you want to abstain, we could make it go to the coin flip generator here.
Well, I asked this: does it even matter?
True. Who's gonna win?
Does it even matter?
That's true.
Yeah,
you're right, because it's going up against Halo Combat Evolved. I should just go ahead and move Halo over because yep.
I was gonna say Fusion Frenzy though.
Wow.
Thank you.
Wow.
Oh, what the hell?
I do love Fusion Frenzy though. To be fair.
Yeah, that's a good point, Dan. Like Halo is just gonna
both
beat of the dinners.
Our next round is Forza Motorsport 3 versus Mass Effect. Personally, respect to Forza. Like I gotta go Mass Effect.
Yeah, Mass Effect. Yeah,
definitely.
See, this is easy. This is too easy, dude.
I mean, we'll see. Start getting into the weeds here, later on.
Gears of War versus Left 4 Dead 2.
I think Gears of War.
Oh, well, you'd be wrong, wouldn't you?
I think, in my opinion, like the original Left 4 Dead was more impactful than Left 4 Dead 2, but that wasn't an exclusive. So that's where
people still play Left 4 Dead 2 to this day. Back 4 Blood just launched.
Yeah.
A spiritual successor to a game people have been asking for a sequel to for a long time.
Where's
your Gears of War, buddy? Where's that, huh?
True. I was gonna pick Left 4 Dead as well.
In your face,
Left 4 Dead 2. Yeah.
You hate it?
That's fine. I knew this would happen. It's fine.
Oh, people are gonna hate this bracket. Halo 3 versus Fable 2. Games I can't speak to. Dan, I think the choice is clear.
I think it's not even close. I mean, Halo 3.
Halo 3.
It's literally not even a question.
Yeah, I can't speak to them either, but
I don't know. Fable 2.
Fable,
pretty tasty.
Fable 2 is well regarded, and it seems to be the best Fable of the series. I've never played Fable 2. I've only played Fable 3, so...
Gotcha.
Yep.
Another plan, Saints Row versus Crackdown. Does it matter when they're going up against BioShock?
No, even though, I mean, Saints Row, the original, was a pretty cool idea, although I don't think it was a completely perfect game, finished game.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed. So Bioshock it isn't, eh?
EVM
I mean, come on.
says I need to play Fable 1 and 2. Fable 2 is an incredible game, he says.
Oh, wow. Oh, I'm saying, I get what they're saying. That you need to play, that Daniel needs to play Fable 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Understood. Our next round, Splinter Cell versus Project Gotham Racing 2. I never even touched Project Gotham Racing.
Actually,
I'm not gonna lie to you.
It was great. Before Forza, it was a great series, but Splinter Cell, not even close.
Yeah.
Not
I
even
was gonna say. Yeah, iconic. M. Fisher.
These first rounds, so easy.
close.
Oh, let me guess. Halo 2 versus Crimson Skies. Is there anyone that's gonna bat for Crimson Skies?
I am.
I mean, Crimson Skies.
You know what?
Crimson
You know
Skies
what?
was great. What?
I'm gonna vote for it too.
Oh god!
Oh no! I was
If,
just kidding.
if we knock out Halo 2 in the first round, Gage will literally put our heads on a stake. So I don't think that's no.
We could for the meme.
We could for the
could do it.
meme.
We won't. We'll,
Crimson Skies is like a pretty great flying game that I really hope we kind of get something akin to that.
you know what? And that audience still is out there. Like,
Yeah.
I think people would like some kind of sequel to it. You know, another entry in the series. Anyway, yeah, Halo 2.
Halo 2, yep.
Last round here for Xbox: KOTOR versus Jade Empire. Again, another easy
KOTOR?
pick in my opinion.
KOTOR, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be KOTOR.
Jade Empire is a kind of I feel like a cult classic.
Called classic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Xbox lineup is looking mighty strong in my opinion.
Looking meaty.
Yep.
Meaty.
Let's mosey on over to the PlayStation division.
Oh dear God.
Things start to get harder, but yeah. Our only plan for PlayStation is Infamous versus Warhawk. I threw in Warhawk because I think that is a special game from early PlayStation. Also included a Java headset, Bluetooth, but it is in no way going to. It's not going to win over Infamous. Infamous, yeah, I can see. Yeah, okay. Uncharted 2 versus Infamous.
Uncharted 2.
Uncharted 2.
Yeah. I love you, Cole McGrath, but Uncharted 2, that has set the bar for early Naughty Dog games.
Yes.
People still laud Uncharted 2 as their favorite of the series, so.
The best, yes. Absolutely.
It's time, Elijah, for Final Fantasy X versus Killzone 2. I like 10, sure. I respect it. Blitzball, cool as heck, man. This is my first Final Fantasy game. Killzone 2 was incredible.
Wait, is EVM Elijah?
Oh, that probably is Elijah.
I didn't realize that. I didn't realize
is,
because
yeah.
he was on Twitch last time, I think, so it didn't have his name.
Switched,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure I think that's the same name on Twitch.
Oh,
I think.
never mind.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry,
think.
Elijah. All right.
I'm batting for Killzone 2. Go look at the trailer for the opening. That opening level is fantastic. That game still holds up like visually, like pretty well. And the multiplayer is great.
I've got to vote for Final Fantasy X.
Okay. Whew. Yeah, me too.
I have no choice.
I got so scared.
I take cold hard cash, Elijah.
Oh,
Did you even play this game, Dan?
Nope.
iconic.
I didn't play either one though. To be fair, I didn't play either one. But the only
Remember that scene, Christian?
here's the thing. The only memory I have of Killzone 2 is a bad memory where they showed off something at a event and then the graphics like changed or whatever and people were
Whatever,
upset.
that's not the game.
I know, but that was the only thing I remember from it. So
Killzone
2's
gets better,
fantastic.
doesn't it? Doesn't it get better later?
Killzone 3 was great. I think Killzone 2 is the best one, though.
Oh,
Wow.
well, damn.
Doesn't matter. Final Fantasy X moves on.
It does.
2, our next round, which is Gran Turismo 3 versus Kingdom Hearts 2. I think the easy pick here for a lot of people is going to be Kingdom Hearts 2. And sure, we'll give you this one, you freaks.
Yes.
Right, Ro?
Absolutely. I'm one of those freaks. Give me Kingdom Hearts 2.
there you
Yes.
go. You have it.
Yeah, and Gran Turismo, like, I think I skipped 3. I don't remember playing it till the next, like, the next HD entry, which was, anyway, for PS3.
I'm just saying, Sora's in Smash and that car is not. So
Elijah is also one of those freaks.
good.
Oh, God, they're everywhere. Anyway. Oh no, Goofy! Oh. Moving on, our next round: Metal Gear Solid 4 versus Persona 4.
I don't like this one.
Why not? Why?
Because Persona 4 is awesome, but I know you guys are going to bat for Metal Gear Solid 4.
Has Dan played either of these?
I've
entries?
not played either one.
Okay. Persona 4 is fantastic. I don't think Dan would like Persona 4.
Here's the thing. I've not played either one in a substantial amount. I played MGS4, and the only thing that I have from it is bad memories. So it's like, do I vote for MGS4 though?
What bad memory do you have?
I didn't really enjoy MGS4, but I was going in cold because I hadn't played any of the other games. I bought my PlayStation 4. I bought my PlayStation 3 Slim, and I had never played any of the other games, and I'd picked it up. I'm like, what is this? I don't even like this. I like Splinter Cell with Sam Fisher shooting stuff, and instead I'm in a box. What the hell's going on?
Yes! Dude, what an L take, man. It's so dope seeing that Snake just smoke the cigar while you wait for the game to install because the fucking disc is so huge. There's a scene at the end where Otagon gives you a call, and he's like, Snake, it's time to put in disc 2. And Snake is like, what? And Otagon's like, wait, never mind. You're playing on a Blu-ray disc. You don't have to do that anymore. It's like, come on, dude. I mean, my vote is MGS4. If Rose is Persona 4, then sure.
Yes. I mean, if you wanted some, you said you had bad memories of Metal Gear Solid 4, just watch the intro of Persona 4 on YouTube and you'll have a good memory of Persona 4. And you're good. Persona 4 is amazing. One of my favorite games of all time, only below The Last of Us. And it has such a great story, a great RPG. Elijah in the chat is also rooting for Persona 4. He also says Metal Gear Solid 4 is an anime for 30-plus-year-old white men. So I think the
what is Persona?
It's not for that demographic. I don't think. But I mean, it is an anime. That is true.
I'm gonna say
Persona has such.
Well, hold on, Dan. Before you go,
dungeons.
Because you haven't played either.
Yes.
You did say privately on Twitter that we're gonna let chat sway vote every now and then.
That's true.
Are we giving this vote to Elijah?
Let's give it to Elijah because I have no experience here.
Then Persona 4 moves forward.
That's what I was gonna vote for.
This is bad. That means he's going up against Kingdom Hearts 2.
Good luck, bro. Good luck.
No.
Moving on. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, which did launch exclusively for a while on the PS2, versus Resistance 2. It's a tough one, but honestly, I think for its sheer iconic resonance, I got to go San Andreas personally.
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right. I guess I would have to agree. Everybody wants a Resistance 2 remake, though.
They do, yeah. People love Resistance. I didn't have any attachment to it. I played them and I was like, this is fun. But I only played them at a friend's house, so it's like, I can't really immerse myself the same way. Anyway.
That's fair.
I had a lot of trouble with this when I was doing this personally. God of War 2 versus Shadow of the Colossus.
For me, it's Shadow of the Colossus. For me.
Dude,
Am I on the right side of history?
I think for me it is too.
Okay. But it was a difficult decision.
It was,
sure.
Yeah, because God of War 2 is great, dude. It's not my favorite of the original trilogy, but like it's still a banging game. Shadow of the Colossus, though, like that game is like art. That is sublime to me. I don't know if Dan has played any of these either.
I have not. I only played God of War 3, so God of War 2 out of my wheelhouse. Shadow of the Colossus, I haven't even played the remake.
So good.
That's the one that I played. Yeah.
I get chills thinking about some of the fights with the Colossi. It's so good. Like even the scale then and the scale now is still like jaw-droppingly incredible. Shadow of the Colossus moves on.
Nice.
Next round is Little Big Planet versus Ratchet and Clank: A Crack in Time. I know what I'm picking.
What are you picking?
I respect to Ratchet, but I'm going Little Big Planet.
Yes. Yep, me too. Oh wow. Okay, nice.
Yep.
Oh, really? Oh.
I'm surprised that it was unanimous. Yeah.
Yep.
I didn't expect that. People think Ratchet and Clank: Crack in Time is like the best Ratchet game still.
Wow.
And it lost to Little Big Planet. I legit love that little Sackboy freak. Little Big Planet is fun.
Really cool.
Yeah.
I should play Sackboy. A New Adventure, whatever.
Yes. Yeah. I want to play it. I can't.
Sorry. And our most interesting pick here on this division is Devil May Cry versus Flower.
I would pick it. One of them won an award. So I don't
Okay,
know.
I can tell you what my reasoning was, if this will help.
Sure.
I love Dante. I love Devil May Cry. The first one has problems. The gameplay is dated. You could pick up Flower today and have just as an enjoyable experience as if you picked it up in that time. I think it holds up as an art piece to this day. Is it as good as Journey? No. But that's not that's not what we're arguing here. Is it better than Devil May Cry? Okay, that's also debatable. But I think it holds up very well. I think Flower is like a severely underrated game. My vote is Flower.
Yeah, I think Flower also. It's difficult when you're comparing games from two different eras too, or not two different eras, but
Right.
They're very
Generations?
spread apart. Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's Flower. I'm having a hard time deciding though. But yeah, Flower. I'll give it to Flower.
I don't know if you would be happy with this, but there we have it. The hardest division starts with a play-in: Wii Sports versus Luigi's Mansion.
Wii Sports.
Wii Sports.
I think it should go to Wii Sports as well. I think Wii Sports gets it.
Yep.
Dude, the number one seed versus the last is like it's still like extremely hard. Mario Galaxy versus Wii Sports. Let's think about this for a second, okay?
Damn.
Hmm.
I think I need more than a second to think about it. Wii Sports is like Mario Galaxy is so.
But come on,
Yeah,
Mario, like
Oh my
Wii Sports
God.
is awesome,
Yeah.
right? And we appreciate it as like a cult game, right? But is it as good of a game as Mario Galaxy?
No, I don't think. Mario Galaxy.
And as much as it hurts, I agree with Dan. 'Cause I love Wii Sports. I still play it. I still have the disc.
Yeah, I mean, it's already decided, but I that is so hard for me to think about. Yeah, Mario Galaxy is the game. I would go back to Mario Galaxy faster than I would go back to Wii Sports, I guess. But Wii Sports, man, that was such a. Everybody was playing that game.
Yeah.
Everybody was playing that game.
Your grandmother
Mario-
was playing.
Mario- yeah.
I mean, that she listens to the show. Shout out,
It's
Grandma.
I love Wii Sports, dude. It's so good. Fuck.
If it was in any other bracket, it would have moved on, I'm sure.
Yeah,
Well, maybe not any other one, but
F-Zero GX versus New Super Mario Bros. Bro, I want to start with you because this is one of your picks.
Yeah, it's New Super Mario Bros. I think that I know it was a DS game. I haven't played F-Zero, any of them actually, but this was like a return to 2D Mario for a really long time. It had been a couple of years since we got one, and with the DS, it came back and it was really good. I don't think it's looked back upon as fondly as it was when it came out, but I remember loving that game, and yeah, it was a really good time. I don't remember everything about it, but I remember when I picked it up on the DS, I had a blast with it, and it was the first in the series, the New Super Mario Bros. Series, which it's been dormant for quite some time since the Wii U, I guess. I'd love them to go back to 2D, but yeah, it was a good game. Good game. I would pick New Super Mario Bros., but I have literally zero attachment to F-Zero GX. So
Same.
yeah,
I think I didn't care for New Super Mario Bros. As much as I did the other 2D games. Like I've never enjoyed the new Super Mario Bros. Games that much. Like I think they're good. Something about them, I don't vibe with their charm. I don't know. I just don't vibe with them. F-Zero GX to me was like, I didn't think they could take like this whatever IP from their SNES and turn it into like sublime like Wipeout levels of like we're going like legit like 1,000 miles per hour. I'm exaggerating, but like you have to have like insane reaction time. The art aesthetics of F-Zero GX, I think, is so cool. People are like asking for another F-Zero GX game. I think it's a really good and underrated GameCube game. I mean, it's rated pretty high. My vote is F-Zero.
Yeah, I don't think I have a strong enough argument to even win against F-Zero in the grand scheme of things, honest. I just really liked that game, and it was just, I was looking at the list, and I was like, I'm just going to repeat everybody's things if I don't choose something different, and I wanted to be a little bit different, and I do like this game. I think it does deserve to be on this list, but I can give it up to F-Zero because I think technically that is a better game.
We could do a coin flip.
Okay. But does it deserve a coin flip? I'm not even sure if it deserves a coin flip. I feel like F-Zero deserves the win.
Are you sure? Because like, okay,
I'm willing. I'm not attached to that game too much.
You'll concede here.
Yeah, I can concede.
It's okay. Both of these will lose versus Smaller Galaxy.
Yep,
that's true. Damn.
Wind Waker versus Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door.
I love both those games. Wind Waker though.
Yeah, yep. I love the Paper Mario series, and I want another one. Wait, we just got one for Switch that I didn't play.
Yeah, Origami King.
Take that back.
Yeah.
It's Wind Waker.
Definitely.
Smash Bros. Melee versus Pokemon Heart Gold / Soul Silver. I have to go with Ro first since he played Pokemon.
Yes, fantastic remake of. I think it's one of the best regarded Pokemon games out there. Like it's people love that game. People go back to it all the time. Fantastic replayability because it has like once you beat the game, there's still, I mean, not replayability, but there's more post game than like, it's fantastic. Like you fight like the Elite Four and like Red from the original game. It's like it's perfect Pokemon, but Super Smash Bros. Though, like
that's Melee, baby.
Yeah, that's Super Smash Bros. Melee. So I would have to vote for Melee as well, and that is a game that people will definitely go back to all the time.
I mean, competition still use it.
Yeah, yeah. It was at Evo this year.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, or was it? I might be speaking out of my butt here. I'm not sure if it was at Evo, but in recent years, yeah, it was at one of those. But yeah, might not have been at Evo because of the PlayStation Sony thing, so maybe not. But yeah.
Well, they have non-Nintendo games at Evo still, or non-PlayStation games.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I took a bite from my protein bar. A play-in Mario Kart Wii versus Kirby Air Ride. I love Air Ride to death. I think Wii should, but Mario Kart Wii like should I think is a better game overall.
Yeah, me too.
Coconut Mall.
But is Metroid Prime better than both of them?
I would still pick Wii over Prime.
I think I would go Mario Kart Wii as well. I love Metroid Prime.
Wow.
I think I would go Mario Kart Wii.
I'll go Mario Kart Wii as well because I haven't played Metroid Prime. Waiting
for those.
Yeah,
waiting for that remake or that remaster.
Which is a shame because Metroid Prime I think is like might be a better game than Mario Kart Wii.
Elijah is ready to defend Final Fantasy 2 over Uncharted 2.
2?
10 versus
or Final Fantasy 10, sorry.
Yeah.
He says he doesn't think it's going to win, but he could be wrong.
Our next round is Pikmin 2 versus Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing.
I gotta say, people who are into Pikmin are freaks.
Bunch of weirdos.
I think it's Animal Crossing.
Me too.
Agreed.
Animal Crossing. Fantastic.
I love the OG Animal Crossing.
Yeah, so GameCube good. Animal Crossing, whole other breed of Animal Crossing, but still awesome.
The internet's gonna be mad about the Metroid Prime loss, Elijah says.
Maybe, yeah.
We gave you Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy. They'll just have one thing.
That's true. There we go.
Star Fox Adventures versus Mario Party 4.
Star Fox Adventures.
Is no Mario Party 4.
What? No. What? Christian.
I love Adventures, but it pales in comparison to Mario Party 4.
Am I thinking?
I can't believe you're speaking that blasphemy. Star Fox Adventures, where you can freaking land on planets and interact with dinosaurs and all this awesome stuff. Like,
It was great. I had a crush on that sexy little purple fox.
Crystal, yeah.
Crystal, yeah.
Um,
So it comes down to Ro or Elijah or coin flip.
For me, I love Mario Party, but for me on GameCube, the one that I played was 7. I never touched 4. So I don't know how good it is. Apparently it's good, because 7 isn't on here. But Star Fox Adventures, they're really...
Listen, I'm willing to concede and give it to Star Fox Adventures, okay?
Okay.
Because we have a fight between Star Fox and or Mario Party versus Twilight Princess.
Right.
Are you really gonna bat for Star Fox over Twilight Princess?
And are you going to bat for Mario Party over Star Fox?
No, I wouldn't. I would go Twilight
Twilight.
Princess.
As you guys know, I've only played 3 Zelda games, and that's not one of them.
I think we could
Twilight
just...
Princess is good.
I think we could just move Twilight Princess forward. I should be looking at the bracket here. Let me open. Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
Sorry, Star Fox. Respect to you though. Remember that
Yes.
mini game where you ride the staff down the mountain with snow? That was cool. Lastly, Mario Sunshine versus Super Monkey Ball 2.
Uh-oh. For me, it's Sunshine. I love that game still to this day. Still one of my favorite Mario games.
Super Monkey Ball 2.
Oh! So it's down to me? I have to decide? I have to tie break?
Yep.
The resident monkey baller. Christian.
Dude, you have no idea how much time I spent in Super Monkey Ball 2. A lot. Even by myself, playing the minigames, playing pool,
Yep.
monkey target, monkey fight. Oh, Super Monkey Ball 2 is like legit
I played that
an
game.
incredible game.
I played that game with my family that doesn't even play games. They that's how cool and accessible
It's
it was. Yeah.
Fun.
Yes.
Yeah. The answer is Mario Sunshine.
Wow.
Damn.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Yeah, easily. I fucking love Mario Sunshine and Death. I think when people think it sucks, I can't help but think did we play the same game? Like Mario
They're
Sunshine is
insane.
incredible.
They're
And I think
nuts.
I think the hub world of Isle Delfino is fantastic. The fact that the whole game revolves around cleaning up pollution is like such a nice subtext
Mhm.
that I really didn't appreciate until like a couple of years ago. It's so good.
So
So- Yeah. Sorry, Dan.
People just are just really mad about the pachinko level, which I understand. But that game is fantastic. I love Mario Sunshine. I don't even hate the pachinko level that much.
And it's good
Fine.
platforming, dude. It's such
Fine.
good platforming. Okay. That puts us into our second round here at PC/other, where we have Half-Life 2 going head to head against Call of Duty. I gotta go resort to Dan. What's your vote?
It has to be Half-Life 2, even though I really have a deep appreciation for Call of Duty. But
I do as well, and I think it should go to Half-Life 2. I think it deserves the one.
Yep.
Over COD. Okay. World of Warcraft versus Diablo 2.
two games that I'm not really that. I'm not. Obviously, I love the later Diablo games, but I don't know anything about World of Warcraft. I don't know.
Listen, if none of us care,
Yeah.
we can do a coin flip.
Sure. Let's do it.
Yep, I don't care. I would have picked World of Warcraft just based
I
off
think I
of
would
the
have as
name.
well.
Yeah, but we can do a coin flip if we don't care.
Let's then decide.
Wait, Elijah says it's WoW.
Okay,
There you go.
let's do WoW
There you
then.
go.
Elijah
Yeah,
has decided.
I agree.
World of Warcraft moves forward. I really want to do this coin flip. Anyway.
I'm sure
we
we'll
might
do
have
Civilization-
to later.
Yeah. Civilization 4 versus Battlefield 2. No, respect Sid Meier. Come on. It's Battlefield, right?
I agree. Battlefield 2.
Oh, you scared me, dude.
Yeah, I agree.
I won't even need Ro to say anything. Yeah, Battlefield 2 is fucking amazing. I still can't believe back in the day it was running servers like that. It blows my mind. Unreal Tournament versus The Sims.
Ooh.
Kind of a tougher one here.
I'd say The Sims,
Interesting.
but
Oh,
obviously
That
both,
is.
both are kind of revolutionary in their own rights, but I don't know. The Sims
I think this.
was just.
I think The Sims is more impactful than Unreal Tournament. Like Unreal Tournament had its time. It was
Yeah.
great, and we've kind of moved on from there. The Sims like is still impactful and like it's still going. I think I would maybe go towards The Sims. I think you're right. Good point.
I would agree. I would have said The Sims as well.
Elijah's mad about that one with
Civ 4,
Battlefield 2.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's not
Over
happy
Civ
about
4?
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, whatever. Go start your little wars, feed your people, move your countries, whatever. Xbox.
There
boy.
we go.
Halo Combat Evolved versus Mass Effect. Hear me out, Dan.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
An interesting thing about this is both very dated games in today's standards. They're very
Yes.
similar in that, right?
However, I think Mass Effect holds up better than Halo Combat Evolved. And I also have to say that we have two other Halo games in contention in
that's
this
fair.
division.
That's fair. And I'm willing to concede Halo CE. But the argument about it being dated today, I don't know. Is that what we're looking at, or are we looking at when it came out? Like that's the. But
oh, that's good.
Because obviously it's not going to hold up, the same. Every game is going to hold up differently from, some games came out in 2009, some came out in 2001. So, yeah.
That's a good point.
I think this is a very, very tough matchup because both are fantastic games of their time. Obviously, the Halo fan in me wants to say Halo CE, but as you said, we have two other Halo games in here with it. So I think I will give it to Mass Effect.
Wow.
Yeah.
I respect
but
it.
I love Mass Effect as well. That's another great franchise. So
I really enjoyed Mass Effect 1 as well. I was surprised how much I enjoyed it. I should play 2 eventually.
Elijah says that. God, I wish I was there for this talk.
Sorry?
Please?
No, I was gonna say Halo was like that was a huge moment as well. Mass Effect had a similar effect when it came out, but I don't know. I know we're giving it to Mass Effect because of the sheer amount of Halo that's already on this list, but Halo, man, that's Halo.
And Elijah's saying Halo is a much more important game in every aspect compared to Mass Effect. Mass Effect will go on to revolutionize the RPG genre. Yeah. But yeah. If I was
you could argue that Halo revolutionized the shooter genre.
Right.
If I was picking like with no other factors, I would say Halo CE, but that's
We don't want the final bracket to be Halo.
Exactly.
Halo.
I don't want to make it all Halo.
Speaking of which, Left 4 Dead 2 versus Halo 3.
This isn't even close. Like it's literally not even close.
I'll give it to you.
It's nothing.
Are we giving it to him?
Let's
vote the other way. I'm kidding.
Halo 3.
It's not even close.
Dan, before Halo Infinite came out, Dan kept saying 343 is Halo 3.
Yes.
It's like, man, Halo 3 must be incredible.
It is. And the other thing is that I'll point out, Left 4 Dead 2 was made in a year. So, like, that game is great, but it was made in a lot shorter amount of time. There was a lot less, revolutionizing what that game is. So that's why it was more iterative than Halo 3.
We gotta ride our warthog on the collapsing Halo. Everybody drive away. Oh,
just wait till we get to the later rounds. I've got some big points about Halo 3.
Oh boy.
BioShock versus Splinter Cell. This is okay. Apparently not for Ro.
This is difficult.
Not for me.
Ro just from the heart. BioShock.
I haven't played Splinter Cell.
Splinter Cell's good, dude. It's
yeah.
This is a really good game. But as Dan was saying, like impact is also plays a role, both when it comes out and lasting.
Yeah. I think BioShock.
And I would argue that BioShock, yeah. Okay.
Elijah, don't you talk bad about Splinter Cell over there,
That dude is so good. Halo 2 versus KOTOR.
Ooh. Halo 2 is Gage's favorite, right?
Yes.
It is.
Yeah.
And
Well, he's not here.
the thing I will argue for on Gage's behalf and really my behalf as well, Halo 2 was such a huge step up from Halo CE. It pretty much completely changed like the game basically, because if you go back and play Halo 2, even to today's standard, but back in the time, it was so clean and crisp, and the features that Bungie put into that game were revolutionary of its time, like matchmaking. That wasn't a big thing back then. Friends lists, they literally made the friends list in Halo 2. That wasn't an Xbox feature at that time. They literally went to Microsoft and said, we're making these features, you better get on board. And they revolutionized these social features. Clans, they revolutionized clans for Halo 2. Like, so many crazy things that Bungie did that made Halo 2 great. That's my argument for it.
I don't have an argument. I can't speak to Halo 2. So I'm abstaining from a vote.
Me too. I don't think. Is this the coin flip? Are we doing the coin flip finally?
Oh no.
No, I don't know. I mean, if Elijah is voting for KOTOR,
Elijah,
then maybe.
Elijah,
yeah, maybe we can get Elijah to help us with this one, because I have not played Halo 2 or.
Here's my thing too. Like, what did KOTOR? KOTOR, amazing game. What did KOTOR revolutionize? Is what I'm thinking. Like,
I don't know, storytelling in Star Wars and on video game front, maybe.
Elijah says Halo 2, so there you go. Thank you, Elijah. I knew I liked you.
All of a sudden.
I liked him at 150 too when he was in my corner.
Okay. PlayStation, our second round here. Uncharted 2 versus Final Fantasy X. Listen, respect Elijah. $20 is $20, but like, come on. It's no choice. It's got to be Uncharted 2.
Uncharted 2.
Not even
Agreed.
close.
Not even close.
I would love to hear him try and defend this.
My official answer is Final Fantasy X, though, if Elijah asks.
Right. Absolutely.
Remember Tenzin? Remember how cool Tenzin was? Anyway.
Dude, don't do this, he says.
Bro, it's time for you to decide Kingdom Hearts 2 versus Persona 4.
Like my two children I have to choose one of them.
Having touched both, I would lean Persona 4, but I'm abstaining from this vote. Because I haven't finished either.
Kingdom Hearts 2, I think, made a bigger impact than Persona 4 back then. I think Persona 4 Golden is when everybody was like, this game is incredible. This is one of the best JRPGs of all time.
So the question, do you include that, though, in the Golden?
No. I mean, did we choose? Golden came out
No, Golden came out
later than
after 2010.
That was a Vita.
This is when it was Shin Megami Tensei Persona 4.
Yeah.
Because of that, do we give Kingdom Hearts 2 the edge?
Yes. I think Kingdom Hearts should win this. I don't like it. I mean, I love Kingdom Hearts 2. I'm not mad at it, but Persona 4 is so good. But Kingdom Hearts 2, I think I would have to give it to.
Elijah agrees.
I can be mad at Kingdom Hearts 2 enough for the both of us. So
I love Kingdom Hearts 2, Elijah. Like that's one of my favorite Kingdom Hearts games as well. But I love Persona as well. But yeah, Kingdom Hearts I think should win this bracket here, begrudgingly. But also not begrudgingly.
San Andreas versus Shadow of the Colossus.
San Andreas is my pick.
I'm going Shadow of the Colossus.
Oh, down the row.
Uh-oh. Which one would make the internet angrier at me? I don't know. I would pick. You guys know I'm not a big GTA guy, though. I haven't really done a lot of GTA stuff.
That's fair.
I haven't touched San Andreas. All my GTA childhood memories have been at somebody else's house playing for maybe an hour. and GTA 5 I got on PS4 in the early days, and I enjoyed that. But my history with GTA is very very limited, so I don't think my vote should count. But I would pick Shadow of the
Okay,
Colossus,
okay.
but I don't know if it should count.
Does Elijah have anything to say here? Has Elijah played both?
Elijah.
Because if not, it's going to the coin flip.
the famed coin flip. Oh, he says Shadow of the Colossus.
All right, wow.
A major upset. Shadow of the Colossus moves
Dang.
forward over GTA San Andreas. I didn't think it would happen, but here we are.
We are.
Wow. R.I.P. CJ.
Here we go again.
Little Big Planet over Flower. I love
LBP.
Flower. I think it's got to go LBP.
I agree.
Yeah.
Hell
Man,
yeah.
they create. You're making your own levels. Everything about Little Big
yeah,
Planet was so
yeah.
cool.
LBP 2 in particular was fantastic as well. There's a lot of
Yeah.
memories I have there. Nintendo. Second round. Mario
Go
Galaxy versus F-Zero GX. I think this is an easy one, bro.
Mario Galaxy.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh no, I don't like the next one though.
Do you really? I think it's pretty easy. Wind Waker versus Smash Bros. Melee.
I have a feeling you guys are gonna say Wind Waker, but I'm gonna say Melee.
My vote is Wind Waker.
I would pick Wind Waker too, but I don't. It is a hard one. I think it should be a little bit difficult to choose between those two.
It is hard.
Yeah.
I fucking love Melee. I think it's probably the best Smash.
Yeah. I don't know if
But
I'm
I
making
also
the
think
right
Wind
choice
Waker's
here, but
like top 3
Yeah.
Zeldas.
absolutely. Yeah, I'd have to pick Wind Waker too. I love that game. I would go back to it when I had the GameCube all the time when I was a kid.
Yeah, I think it's fucking fantastic. I don't want to do this for the. Okay.
Oh yeah, the next. The next
Aw,
one go
come
around.
on,
Yeah.
dude. Mario Kart Wii versus Animal Crossing. Fuck,
Heard-
this is hard
but
for
Mario.
me.
I would say Mario Kart Wii. I love Animal Crossing.
Agreed.
I have to go with.
Okay,
Mario Kart
and
Wii
it
for that
doesn't
one.
matter what I pick.
What would you
No,
have picked though? I'm curious.
I think honestly, I love Mario Kart Wii. I think I might have gone Animal Crossing.
I respect
I
it.
think there's something special about there's this charm to Animal Crossing that
Yeah.
I don't know that really pulls me. However, Mario Kart Wii online was fucking cool.
Glenn
Mhm.
also says Mario Kart Wii.
Remember Funky Kong with the bike
Oh yeah.
using your
cool guy.
Mii's? Cool. Yeah. Twilight Princess versus Mario Sunshine. Dan has not played.
I've never played either one actually. So
I feel like the internet might be mad, but I would pick Mario Sunshine. No one would.
no.
Actually, no one else. Yeah.
Kirik,
You know what?
Kirik just
Uh-huh.
came in hot on our last one. He says, "Hello, boys.
Okay.
Animal Crossing all the way for the last one." Sorry, Kirik.
Yes, Kirik, dude. Whatever. I mean, we lost, but whatever. Bro, I think it's time for me to vote Twilight Princess,
Okay.
just for the fact that I want to do this coin flip.
Okay. Fair. I'm not mad at either one
okay.
winning. So let's.
I will let you pick
Oh, okay.
heads or
Um,
tails.
Tails for Sunshine. I almost said Munshine for Sunshine.
Tails for Sunshine. I am flipping. Oh!
Is it Tails?
It is heads. I can send a picture if you want me to prove
No,
it.
I believe you. I believe you.
Wow.
Dang it. It's okay.
Twilight
Princess is awesome
moves-
though. Yeah,
moves
it's
forward.
okay. It's okay.
That was awesome. It made like a little coin flip noise when I did it.
Our final
I
four
wanna
of
play-
Nintendo. I've only played one game of this four.
Yeah, okay.
I
Let's
really
go
want
to-
to play Wind Waker and Sunshine right now. Getting a hankering for it.
Yeah, both of those games are so freaking good. Half-Life 2 versus World of Warcraft.
Half-Life 2.
Half-Life 2.
Mm-hmm.
It's been so easy for the PC.
Yeah. We don't have any attachment to it, or not as much.
Well, speak for yourself because Battlefield 2 versus The Sims.
Man. Oh. I love Battlefield 2, but The Sims.
I don't know. I think you're right. As much as I love Battlefield 2, I think The Sims does deserve the win over it. Fuck, that hurts, but yeah. Okay, it doesn't even matter what Ro says.
Yeah, I would have picked The Sims though too.
Okay. Oh, then what the hell, man?
What?
Say something. Don't
I'm
let
sorry.
me be in pain.
Sorry, yeah, I should have
kidding, I'm
spoken
kidding.
better. But yeah, PC is a hard one for me though.
Sorry, Glenn. Glenn said
Glenn
Battlefield
said
2.
Battlefield 2.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
I feel like Elijah would have picked Battlefield 2 as well, based on. Oh wait, no, he picked Civ earlier. Never mind.
Well, let's start with an easier round here for Xbox. BioShock versus Halo 2. I'm gonna opt for Dan first.
Is this an easier one? Oh, I guess it is. Well, I don't know. I'm not sure that
for me personally. Well, I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like this is the harder one.
Is it?
Yeah, I think so.
I wish Gage were here. He'd know what to do.
Yeah, I wish Gage was here for the potential last bracket before the final, because it might be what everybody has been waiting for.
The thing is, I think that Halo 2 deserves to be there, but yeah, that's the problem. Like, do we put Halo 3 versus Halo 2? Because I think Halo 2 deserves to be there because it had all those revolutionary things that I was talking about before. Bungie, this was literally the perfect time for Bungie, where they were literally revolutionizing the entire industry. Like with CE, they did it, and Halo 2, they did it with their features, and then Halo 3, they did it with their expansive options of playing the game, which we'll talk about, I'm sure, when we get to the Final Four. But yeah, I think I gotta be with Gage on this and say Halo 2.
Wow. You're like the only vote. 'Cause, I mean, I can't speak to Halo 2.
Anybody in the chat who wants to vote for this, Halo 2 or BioShock? What do you guys think?
Glenn says Halo 2.
There you go.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, Halo 2. Yeah.
Halo 2 gets it. Which means Mass Effect moves forward. Just kidding.
No.
Mass Effect versus Halo 3.
For me, I don't think that this one is anywhere near as close as the last one, because Mass Effect in its time wasn't anywhere near at the level that Halo 3 was in its time. Halo 3 was at the peak of what Halo was at the time. Mass Effect was like, it was just getting started and it was kind of on an uphill trend. So like, and Halo 3 literally revolutionized games again, as I keep saying that, but Forge mode, something we really hadn't gotten anything of in previous video games before, especially on console. You saw it on PC with mods and such like that, but that was such an important piece of Halo. Forge is so important with custom games, the crazy games you play, like, it's... And theater mode. I didn't even think of theater mode. Think of all the games that have save clips nowadays. That was literally one of the first.
But Commander Shepard could be a boy or a girl.
Or a girl.
And romance aliens.
It's true.
We know Dan's pick is Halo 3, bro.
Yeah.
Have you played either?
No, actually. I have not. But what Elijah is saying about BioShock, I would have to also apply to Mass Effect. He said BioShock changed how story is done in games, and I feel like Mass Effect had a similar effect with all of its branching choices and the RPG aspect of, and like you're saying, the romancing and all that kind of stuff. Like the expansive nature of that story was huge at the time, and obviously games followed suit and have adopted that type of storytelling in their games because of Mass Effect.
Yeah.
So I feel like Mass Effect had a pretty huge impact on gaming as well.
I think I agree with Elijah. Elijah says if this was Mass Effect 2, I would defend it. Like, Mass Effect 2, I think, would bring a much more interesting conversation against Halo 3 than the original, because Mass Effect 2 freaking just revitalized everything. It was a way better game put together. So
maybe that's what I'm mixing up right now. Did Mass Effect have all those options that I was thinking about? Or
yes,
okay.
It did. Yes.
Okay.
How do we move
But yeah,
forward? Damn.
yeah,
do
this is
we-
a tough one.
How do we move
I
forward?
mean- Hey,
Halo 3 is. Oof. Oh my
man.
gosh.
Oh,
That's
man.
what you want me to do, isn't it? I'll do it. If
Halo?
chat doesn't speak up now, I'll do it.
I mean, Elijah said Halo 3 was insanely huge. He said if it was Mass Effect 2, I would defend it, but it's not Mass
Okay.
Effect 2.
Then there we have it. I
There we
think that is enough. Oh, Halo 3 versus Halo 2. Ooh,
Yep, here we are. Engage isn't here for it.
Damn, dude.
He should have been here, man.
Yeah.
Should have been here. You know what? L for him, though. Anyway, Uncharted 2 versus Kingdom Hearts 2. Let me tell you, you fucking... You little Minky Moose freaks. Oh no, Goofy! What's happening with him? Oh, Donald's crying. It's Uncharted 2.
How dare you.
Uncharted 2, yes.
How
I
dare you.
agree. I'm sorry, Ro.
I don't even
Okay,
know if I mean, you guys both picked it. It doesn't matter. But I don't know if I would have picked Uncharted 2 over Kingdom Hearts 2. If it was like down to me, I don't know. That
argue
is a
for it?
tough one. Sorry?
Could you argue for one last argument for Kingdom Hearts 2 before we put it to rest?
I couldn't argue it. Not for your guys' taste, I don't think. Like it's such a crazy, fantastical story that if you're not into that type of storytelling and that weirdness at all, I don't think you would like it. But if you are into it and the characters, I know the weird Disney stuff is weird, but like the underlying story is like so emotional. The gameplay is really fun, I think. And I think that has held up, and it's really difficult in the later levels and stuff. And the level design is really cool. I think they did some really creative stuff with the weird Disney stuff that they did with the levels. But yeah, I'm not mad at Uncharted 2 moving on. It is a fantastic game, but I think Kingdom Hearts 2 is also fantastic.
Elijah's trying to petition for Kingdom Hearts 2, and he's also mad we didn't choose Bioshock, but sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I can give it to Uncharted 2. It's yeah.
Legit respect to the people who are into Kingdom Hearts 2. I tried. I could never do it.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like Uncharted 2 to me is like
Top tier.
Fantastic.
that is like influential to like third-person narrative action adventure games. Like that is like the benchmark, I think, for a lot of people of like how you do storytelling in these first-party games.
Yep.
So sorry.
Definitely. Yeah.
This is the one that will get most people mad, I think. Uncharted 2 over Kingdom Hearts 2.
Yeah. True. I just wanted, well, depending on who you ask, I guess I won't say I'm on the record Kingdom Hearts 2, but just so you know, I picked Kingdom Hearts 2. Those who were on my
Fair. Ro is on Kingdom Hearts side. Yeah. We'll make that known. Shadow of the Colossus versus Little Big Planet. Am I the only, I forget who else played Shadow of the Colossus? Is it just
I
me?
did. I did.
It's me and Ro.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard though.
Nah, it's a hard one. If we're Little Big Planet 2, I think it'd be more of an interesting conversation. Quite like Mass Effect 2.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but that's just so funny, dude. Mass Effect 2 is such a better game than Little Big Planet 2. But anyway, I would argue Shadow of the Colossus. I think Shadow of the Colossus is an art piece.
I think I would agree, and I've not even played Shadow of the Colossus. So.
Yeah, I would agree as well.
Like that is one of the best games of all time. I love Little Big Planet. I love Sackboy. But yeah, okay.
Shadow of the Colossus.
We're doing it.
We're doing it.
Oh boy.
Which means we're going to the semifinals. Right? I don't know. We still got.
Good.
How does this work?
Nintendo.
Yeah, we still got Nintendos. That's right. Yeah. Oh God. Just rip the Band-Aid off, I guess. Mario Galaxy versus Wind Waker is like like you're having to pick which of your children to kill.
Yeah.
Bro,
Yes.
I think Mario Galaxy is the best 3D Mario game. I think it's better than 2. I think Mario Galaxy is like incredible.
I also like Galaxy more than 2. I don't know if I would say it's the best 3D.
That's fair. That's fair.
But that's just my preference and all. But against Wind Waker,
A game that has aged
beautifully.
well.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. But Mario Galaxy is really good too. Mario Galaxy has aged pretty good too, I think.
It has like the things that hold it back. I would say, obviously it's not HD, so like it doesn't look the prettiest if you're putting it on a bigger screen. The only issue I have with Wind Waker now, and they fixed it with the port, is collecting the shards of the Twilight of the Triforce in
Yeah.
the water. They
That was
stream like that. It's
Yeah.
easier now. It sucked on the GameCube, but it's better now.
So I'm out of this conversation, but again, let's go back to: are we thinking of
I
it
was
in
going to
its
bring that up.
time?
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Which, if we were talking about its time, which again, these are two different consoles as well, Wind Waker, GameCube, and Galaxy Wii. But I feel like when Wind Waker came out, and I don't think it deserved this, it was not received well at all. And it's just because of the art style. It was a fantastic...
Commercially, critically it was, if I remember right. But commercially, people did not like it, yes, because of that art style.
Yeah. Mario Galaxy, I feel like when it arrived, people loved it. But again, like you said, critically, they're both
I
welcome.
loved Galaxy. Like, if we can't vote, Ro. Oh, okay. What's up?
I don't know. I can't vote. It's really hard. If I have to vote, I would go Galaxy.
Whoa.
I could say we could leave this to fate.
Okay. So
we
hard.
we could go the coin flip. Unless chat has anything to say.
I don't know. I don't know if chat has anything to say on this one. It might be on a delay too, but.
And I've not played either of these, but I feel like both of them I've heard about just.
I thought you played Galaxy.
I've not. No.
Ah.
No. I actually own the Super or whatever the trio of games were that you can't buy anymore, but I haven't played it yet.
Right.
I would say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Glenn and Elijah both say Galaxy in the chat.
There we have it.
Okay.
The Galaxies have it.
Okay.
Christian loves this coin flip, Elijah.
I've done it once. I've done it literally once. Mario Kart Wii versus Twilight Princess. Don't let me down.
I think I might let you down.
Oh no.
Are you going Mario? Everyone's gonna go Mario Kart.
I'm going Mario Kart. Yeah, I'm sorry, Christian.
Mario Kart Wii.
I mean, Dan hasn't played.
That's the only game that I've played on these four. So
I'm sorry. Am I wrong?
Yes.
Are we wrong? I'm sorry.
But that's 2 votes for Mario Kart.
The chat says Mario Kart Wii too. Get Glenn.
Oh, fuck off, chat.
Okay.
Yeah, Glenn
Phew.
said.
At least I'm not on the wrong side of chat.
Yeah.
No one respects Zelda anymore. There we have it. The semifinals, or are these the quarterfinals?
Oh, the quarterfinals.
Yeah. These are the quarterfinals. Half-Life 2 versus The Sims.
Half-Life 2.
Half-Life 2.
Yeah.
Oh, that was in sync. Okay,
Yeah.
well, there you have it. Half-Life 2 gets the dub. Let's move on over to Xbox. It is Halo 3 versus Halo 2. Dan, you are the only one who can debate over this.
And here's the
we already
thing.
know his answer.
If Dave was here, it would be a huge debate right now. But in my opinion, Halo 3 was the perfect game. It literally combined everything Bungie did over the years and added Forge. It added theater. It added so much, goodness to it. It added Bungie favorites, which is something that people forget about, which is a collection of like Forge pieces that people made or game modes, and they favorited it so that people could go in and say, oh, this is a really cool game mode. Let me download this. And you choose from Bungie favorites and downloaded it. They had a lot of cool stuff that they continued to evolutionize over the series, and Halo 3's campaign, absolutely amazing. Just closed out the perfect end of the trilogy for Bungie. It's just unparalleled.
And here's the thing. I think Halo 2 as like a favorite is more of an outlier. I think like Gage is in the minority there. I think most people would be inclined to agree that Halo 3 is the best out of the original trilogy. and I'd say solely because of like how iconic that story was. I didn't even play it, and I know based on what conversation I heard that like it was like absolutely incredible.
Yes.
And so I think Halo 3 should get it over Halo 2, just based off of what I've heard from you. But
And Elijah in the chat says Halo 2 is a great multiplayer with an unfinished story. I completely agree. The story is fantastic. The dialogue in Halo 2 is fantastic, but it is quite literally an unfinished story because Bungie ran out of time. So I think if they had the time, Halo 2 probably could have been the best game. But yeah.
that means Halo 3 is moving forward.
Woohoo.
Just wait till Gage sees this.
Gage is so mad right now.
Yeah.
He's sneezing.
Yep.
We're talking about him.
Uncharted 2 versus Shadow of the Colossus.
Uncharted 2 for me.
Me too. Sorry, Shadow.
Me 3.
Yeah.
I did not expect this to be that easy. I guess the brackets are different the way I formatted it personally. Okay, Mario Galaxy versus Mario Kart Wii. Shut the fuck up. It's Galaxy.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
It's
agree.
Galaxy. Me too. Me too. Would Twilight Princess have won against Mario Galaxy, Christian, do you think?
No. I don't think so.
Yeah.
Mario Kart
I'm sorry I
Wii
betrayed
has
you,
a stronger
but
chance.
still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Wind Waker would have won over Wii or Twilight Princess. Mario Kart Wii or Twilight Princess, though. Yeah. Oh, well, either way, Mario Galaxy. Semi-finals, Mario Galaxy versus Half-Life 2. Personally, Dan.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I would say Galaxy. Having not played Half-Life 2.
That's fair. I haven't played either, but like I always hear from people how revolutionary Half-Life 2 was, like, and that's just what sticks in my head. Obviously, Mario Galaxy also a great game, but man, just from what I've heard, I was thinking Half-Life 2. But you guys can count my vote out because I haven't played either one.
I was just laughing at Elijah in the chat talking about Twilight Princess saying, "Ooh, I'm a wolf," or Twilight Princess sucks. Like, damn, okay, jeez.
Wow.
What did it do to you?
Like,
It has a midna.
think about how Nintendo like made the world for Twilight Princess on Wii to orient it to, if you were right-handed, you played as right-handed Link, and the world was flipped.
Oh,
If you were left-handed, the world was flipped towards left-handed Link. Like, come on, dude.
They don't make them like they used
They
to.
don't make them like that. Yeah, Mario Galaxy was Half-Life 2, bro.
I've played Mario Galaxy. I have not played Half-Life 2. But if we're talking about best 2000 game,
It's still Galaxy.
is it?
It's still Galaxy. It's gotta be. No?
I
Am
mean,
I
I love
crazy?
Galaxy. I would play. I haven't played Half-Life 2 though, because I don't know. But like when I see those names next to each other, I feel like Half-Life 2 is the more, not recognizable, but more iconic out of the two of them. And is that because it's a better game, or I don't know. But I personally, obviously, I'll pick Mario Galaxy because I played that one. But I think it is I think it's a little bit harder than it should be. I feel like Half-Life 2 is.
No, and it is
Elijah.
hard. 'Cause
Yeah.
I think what?
Elijah says Half-Life 2 is beloved by old people. Let the past die.
Hey, fair enough. Fair enough.
And from people that I know on Twitter who have gone back to play Half-Life games now currently, say they don't hold up as well. Is it something
When
that
they
we
came out?
want to have in this argument? I don't know, because Dan said, like, again, it's when these games came out. But I mean, I'd argue that both of these came out to like grand critical appraisal.
Right.
Like Mario Galaxy is a masterpiece by a lot of outlets, just as much as Half-Life 2 is. I'd say.
That's true.
Personally, I'd go Galaxy.
Well, then
I
pick
I would-
Galaxy. You guys
Yeah.
both went Galaxy. I'd pick Galaxy.
Well, then what are we arguing?
I don't know.
Let's just get this. Let's get this over with,
Yeah.
baby. Mario.
I was only
The Bee
picking
Queen
Half-Life 2
in
just from
Mario
what I've
Galaxy?
heard, but I don't. Yeah.
Mario Galaxy.
Who is Mario Galaxy going up against?
Uncharted 2 versus Halo 3.
Ooh,
This is gonna be a
boy.
battle.
Is
Is
it?
it?
I can't speak
All
to
right.
Halo 3.
All right, here's my. I know what you're. Okay.
You know
It's
both
not-
of our
it's-
picks are.
sorry. I know.
What do you know?
Okay, I'm sorry. I pretty much know what you guys
You
are
know.
gonna pick, but I will try to pitch you guys. Okay.
Tell me.
My pitch, and I love Uncharted 2. Uncharted 2 is by far my favorite Uncharted game. By far. Favorite. However, I will argue Halo 3 is the more complete game. Halo 3's multiplayer, campaign, Forge, theater, all those pillars, fantastic pillars of each other. Uncharted 2, campaign, fantastic campaign. I love that story. It's so good. Uncharted 2's multiplayer,
Serviceable.
yeah.
It was
It's
fun. It was fun.
For me, it was very generic.
Hacked on, sure.
I thought that Uncharted 3's multiplayer got better, in my opinion, but I felt like, yes, tacked on is the better word for Uncharted 2's multiplayer. And
But nobody got that game for them.
Oh, that's fair. That's totally fair. I understand that wholeheartedly, but I'm just making the argument that Halo 3's campaign is also fantastic, and it has fantastic multiplayer. So that's just my pitch to you guys.
I do want to say that Uncharted 2 has Chloe Fraser. So.
Oh, yes, it does.
But I do hear what you're saying, Dan, and I am inclined to agree. But I have not played Halo 3.
So
I this is a tough one. This is a tough one though. If like when we're just looking at those names,
that's what I was about to. I'm dead
Yeah.
serious. I was about to say that because Elijah and Glenn in the chat are saying Halo 3. If you guys both pick Uncharted 2, would you do a coin flip?
Let's do the coin flip.
I think we should.
okay, let's do the coin flip. Sure. Let's do the coin
Dan,
flip.
Yo,
since you're the PXN founder, I will let you decide which you're calling it.
okay.
Whenever you're ready.
All right, Tails.
For Halo 3,
Of course.
clicking to press.
Okay. I'm sweating. This is nerve-wracking.
I'm nervous.
Before I even do it, I'll even record it just for posterity.
I believe you. You're not gonna bullshit us. I know.
Hey. All right, there's the flip. Oh,
What is it?
sorry, Dan.
What is it? Is it heads?
Sorry.
Oh.
I'm kidding.
Oh man.
Halo 3 moves forward.
Yes!
Oh, it did? Oh, okay.
Yes! Let's go! Let's go, chat! Elijah!
Chat deserves it.
That's
Chat deserves
bullshit,
it.
man. That's
Elijah
bullshit.
says they're both 10 out of 10s, but Halo 3 had an incredible story, unforgettable multiplayer, and changed social games, unmatched even today with Forge and custom games. Agreed.
And yet,
Yeah, what were you gonna say?
no, please, bro.
I was just reminiscing about the ending of Uncharted
Yeah,
2.
so good, dude.
Really good.
Clowns.
Good. Chills, clowns.
How
Yeah,
scared
clowns.
were you?
Yes,
How
yeah,
scared were
yeah,
you?
yeah. I love it. I love it.
Clowns are an 8. So there we have it. The finals: Halo 3 versus Mario Galaxy.
Oh, man.
Don't let me down, chat.
Oh, no, don't let me down, chat.
Who fucking cares about this little fucking green man shooting his gun around in love with a blue alien?
What?
That's fucking Mario in space, dude. Rosalina, the baddie, the orchestra, ramping up as you collect more stars across the universe.
The
Get
Bee
the
Queen.
fuck out of here.
All right.
The Bee Queen.
Queen.
That's fair. That's fair. But what about creating literally whatever you want in Forge? People creating Speed Halo, Duck Hunt, all these crazy custom games that people made. Absolutely bananas. It is the icing on the cake with the perfect matchmaking, the perfect campaign, and the perfect custom games.
I don't care about rip-off Duck Hunt. I care about what they've curated for me. Mario Galaxy curated a sublime platformer
Yes,
that is
it
good
did.
to this day.
To this day.
baby.
Can you play?
Actually, and
You
also,
can, but they remade it. They didn't. Well, they did remake Mario Galaxy, as well. But
in all serious,
I could play the Wii game and still enjoy it.
in all seriousness,
serious.
Halo 3 actually holds up just as well as Mario Galaxy, I'm sure.
I believe it as well.
Yeah.
Listen,
You're gonna say?
hear
coin
me
flip?
out. Hear me out.
Elijah's
What is
spelling
it-
out
it's-
Halo in the chat, sorry.
Okay, so Elijah's voting for Halo. Dan's voting for Halo.
Yep.
I'm voting for Mario.
Rose voting for Mario, I'm sure.
Do we take it
Voting for Mario.
to the universe and risk it all again?
Oh my god. I mean, I guess we might. I don't know.
Wait, Dan voted for Halo. Elijah voted for Halo,
Yes.
and me and Christian. Okay, me and Christian voted for.
Mm-hmm.
Mario.
Okay,
If Gage was here, I think he
he
would.
could have been the
He
tiebreaker.
would. He would have ended his saltiness about Halo 2, and he would have been like, "You're right, Dan. Halo 3."
He would have picked Halo 3. Yeah,
Hold on. Here's what I'm doing.
that's true.
I'm
Oh.
putting
Mario has zero story.
Glenn
What?
also says
What are you
Halo
talking
3 in the chat. Boom. We got some more supporters.
I am putting a poll up on Twitter as we speak.
Oh
Halo
no.
3 versus
Well,
Mario
wait
Galaxy.
a minute. Are you putting it on
Duration-
your Twitter? Because that's pretty, like, obviously people that follow you are going to
I don't.
Are they? No, I don't think so.
cater to your interests. You don't think so?
I don't. Not on this poll. I don't think.
I can do it
And
with
what if you
PXN.
did it?
I can do it with PXN
Okay.
and then retweet it.
That's fair. That's fair.
How long is the poll going to be?
Yeah.
The lowest I can do it for is 5 minutes.
Oh, wow.
However,
Oh my goodness!
I'm sweating right now.
Elijah
I almost
says
wrote
post
Uncharted
it.
2.
I'm sweating, chat. I'm sorry. Post it. I dare you, Elijah says. Elijah says, post it. I dare you.
Quick, vote for one. Halo 3 versus Mario Galaxy.
Gage is going
Anybody
to
who- Yeah.
see this and be like, what the hell?
Like, these are the most drastically different games I've ever seen.
They really are, actually.
Yeah.
It is live right now.
Wow.
We can all vote for it together.
Woo! This is exciting.
We can vote too?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Feel free. Feel free.
Yes.
I almost clicked on Halo 3. That was terrifying.
Oh! That would have been epic.
And there it is.
This is...
I guess I should vote as well, shouldn't I?
I'll be honest, though. I didn't think that Halo 3 would make it this far with you guys because, well, obviously it was going to get knocked out last round to have the coin flip not gone my way.
Oh, this is wrong. Okay, no. Oops.
What happened?
Oh my goodness.
This is
We
terrible.
This
are-
is what it's coming to.
Currently, there are 4 minutes left. Currently, Halo 3 is winning by 1 vote.
I need to tweet this out. Vote for Halo 3. Are we allowed to petition?
Yeah, we'll go for it.
All right.
Whatever. Do your thing.
Vote for Halo
I'm not going to deny you this.
3. Thank you.
Everyone stop what you're doing. Elijah quote
Elijah quote tweeting it. Yeah.
and vote for Halo 3.
Oh my gosh. This is
Mario
nerve-wracking.
Galaxy. I didn't put my
Elijah-
bias in my quote tweet, but
Elijah says I will be on the winning side of this.
Halo 3 is winning so far.
Oh my god.
I guess
Elijah,
3 votes still?
you got to keep spreading this cuz I can only do so much here on the show.
Can't even see the results anymore. Okay, it's still by 1. It's still the same. Yeah, 3 minutes left.
Oh my gosh.
Time is ticking.
Oh my gosh. Elijah, tell every single person you know on the planet Earth to vote for
Call
Halo
someone.
3.
Call
Yeah.
your friends. Call your mom.
Halo 3 has knocked out Uncharted 2. Mario Galaxy has knocked out Half-Life 2. It is down to the wire for these
Which-
two.
Some people are going to be pissed about that, I bet. I'm sure that there's going to be people like, what the hell?
2 minutes left. Halo 3 is winning with 62% of the votes.
Oh my gosh.
Are you good over there? Or what's it?
I'm not. The stakes are high, just like Jeopardy. The stakes are high.
I want to ask.
11 votes.
What are we close to being done?
2 minutes left.
Okay.
Go ahead. Say your piece.
I was just curious as if Uncharted 2 was up against Mario Galaxy, what would you have voted, Christian?
What now?
What would you have voted if Uncharted was here instead of Halo 3?
That's a good question. I don't know.
I think I would have gone
I think
Uncharted.
I think I would have gone Galaxy, and I love Uncharted 2.
Wow.
Interesting.
So if you would have went Uncharted, bro, and Halo 3 beat Uncharted.
Yeah.
Oh, would have gone to Dan,
Ugh.
who I think would have. Who also hasn't played Galaxy.
Yeah.
1 minute
Uncharted.
left. Halo 3.
So-
I mean, I'm.
Thank Cameron.
Let's just say Uncharted 2 was a coin flip away from winning this whole thing.
Cam
It
the final
might
mix
have
in the chat. Uncharted 2 over Kingdom Hearts 2. Y'all are out of your damn mind.
I
just-
knew you was gonna have a
again-
problem with that.
Again, I want it to be clear. I chose Kingdom Hearts 2, but at this, well, I chose it earlier. I didn't choose it for that round actually, but I wanted to.
I am calling it right here. We have less than a minute left, and 14 votes by a wide margin. 71.4% of the votes. Halo 3 is the winner
Let's
of the
go.
best game exclusive of the 2000s. Congratulations to you, Halo 3. Do you deserve it? I guess.
It's questionable.
What? Elijah.
There we have it.
Shout out to you.
Wow. Halo game won a PXN poll. Who would have thought?
Who would have thought? Oh, it's always got to be this little green horny soldier boy.
Hey, I pushed hard on my Twitter, but you know,
Fair. That's fair.
that's all I did.
There we have it. A long show today, but I'd say it's pretty fun. If we do this again,
Wait, Cam is on my side as well. Halo 3, Xbox Live.
whatever.
Boom.
But he also says, except no, Kingdom Hearts 2
Is-
is far greater than Halo 3.
Which is fair, but it didn't make
Yeah,
it there.
absolutely.
So, yeah.
Is it fair?
I'm saying it's fair because it got knocked out. So
Yeah. Okay. There you have it. If we do this again, maybe we do it a different way. Maybe we can knock off the news, make
I
it a
think-
shorter show. Because now
think
this is the longest show.
this is yes.
I think the next poll should be all the Halo games versus, I guess, 6 Kingdom Hearts games.
Oh wow,
How many Halo games are there?
there is a lot
7?
actually. There's more.
Okay,
than
maybe all
that.
the Kingdom Hearts games versus all the Halo games. Let's see who really wins.
Kingdom Hearts fans are nuts, though. They're ride or die. They are ride or die. Thank you again to everyone joining us live on YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter, as well as podcast services everywhere, including Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and Stitcher. Uncharted 2 is better than Kingdom Hearts 2. Everywhere else you can get your podcast. Thank you, Roshan. Thank you, me. Sorry, Gabe, you weren't here. Daniel, love you. This has been Podcast PXN, and we are out.
Much love and keep on gaming.
Dan's like, that's my line.
Sorry if your game didn't win.
Halo 3.
Whatever.
May your heart be your guiding key.